The Unsigned Podcast.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Unsigned Podcast. Rob's back.
Yeah, hello.
No headphones.
No, it's too hot.
It's too hot.
No, it's too hot.
It is warm again, but it's not as warm as it was.
No, I got lucky. I missed that.
Yeah, that
That period.
That was ridiculous. Unbearable it was. Unbearable. Well, how have you been? You haven't been here for a few weeks?
No, it's been a month.
Yeah.
I think it's been a month. I've been good. I've been busy. Been elsewhere. I'm slowly. I know what you're about to say next.
What?
I'm slowly working my way through the shows that I haven't been here.
Oh, what? Listening back?
Yeah, listening back,
back.
or listening. So slowly working my way through the podcast selection.
Yeah.
That's online.
The back catalogue is growing.
The back catalogue. I just don't have time to catch up on it all.
It's to be honest, there is quite a lot, isn't there?
There is, yeah, and I don't want to breeze through them just so I've listened to everything.
You want to savour them.
So I am taking it all in.
Good. What was the last one you listened to?
Or currently listening to.
Oh, that one.
Great Leslie.
Oh yeah.
That's how far back I am.
Yeah, for quite a bit.
But no, I'm honest. I'm working my way through them.
No, that's cool. I appreciate that.
I'm working my way through them. Some good stuff there.
That. Yeah, it is. No, that was a while ago, wasn't it? Who was the last one that we had?
I was here with Lucetta's.
Oh god, yeah, that was a while ago.
But from that became the gig with Lucetta's, admissions and Lucetta's. So
yeah, I was going to ask. So basically, we had Lucetta's in episode. Can't remember. Go back and watch.
7.
Was it 7?
I don't know. It's just got a number in it. It could be 7. It sounds plausible.
Beckham,
yeah.
George Best,
Milner,
number
7.
You're putting Milner in Beckham's category.
Yeah, I am. Yeah. Milner is a better Premier League player than David Beckham.
We're not going into this. It's not a sports podcast. We'll have to do that another time. Anyway, yeah. So we had the Lucetta's in, and then it was the week or two after that you guys done the basement.
Yeah, we
right?
played basement, and the support act, I can't think who it was, dropped out.
Oh right, I was going to say well done them.
They dropped out. And yeah, Lucetta's were local. They're Chelmsford based, so it made a lot of sense.
Yeah,
and they smashed it on the night as well.
Yeah, no, they're very good, aren't they?
I was impressed. Joe, I enjoyed watching them more from sitting having the talks with Tommy and
Sam.
I wanted to call him Connor. The reason why is because he looks exactly like my sister's boyfriend.
I thought you were going to say he looks like your sister.
No, he looks exactly like my sister's boyfriend. So even on the night when we did the gig,
yeah,
Mum and Dad were like, "Is that?"
Oh, really?
Like,
that much?
Like they didn't know, and I was like, no,
I thought that they were related at first. I remember saying to producer Ian's back. I remember saying to you at the gig, I was like, "Oh yes, Tommy's brother or cousin or something," and it wasn't. They're just friends from school. So I thought they looked alike.
Yeah, no,
more so to Connor.
But Lucetta's nailed it. They spoke about the new track Syracuse when they were here.
Yep, they did.
That sounds massive live.
Oh, does it? Well, we heard it actually a while ago, but it was the first performance that they'd done of it. But it'd be cool to hear it live again.
No, it's really good.
Yeah,
I strongly recommend it.
Yeah. It's released now, isn't it? It's available now on all streaming platforms.
So yeah, that was good. What else happened? It's just been busy. It's been a busy month.
Yeah,
lots of work.
Lots of work.
Lots of
9 to 5 work.
Unfun podcast stuff.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah.
Hang on. The way you said that is almost like you're saying the podcast isn't fun.
No, as an unfun podcast stuff that isn't fun that you wouldn't want to bring on the podcast.
Oh, I see what you mean. Prep, like editing stuff.
No, as in work, life work.
Real work.
As in pay my rent work.
Oh, fair one.
Which you wouldn't want to bring on the podcast. You'd be like,
I see what you mean. Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah.
I did have something today though. I will tell this about work, right? There was a guy who left one of my contractors, and they've gone to other things, right? So he's left the company, and you know when you leave a job, right, or someone else leaves a job, and you get the emails that go around. So when I left my old company, I emailed all the directors personally and said, look, thanks for the opportunity, thanks for the last 4 years, wish you all the best, the
polite stuff,
polite little stuff going around to each of the people
burn bridges kind of
stuff.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, and I've gone around and I actually made a phone call to those that had done a lot for me over those 4 years, right? So I've done the right thing in that way. The guy who left this company obviously done a copy and paste because he called me Brian.
Oh, that's a kick in the teeth.
I messaged his former manager and I went, love a copy and paste.
Oh no.
And he was like, yeah, says it all, doesn't it?
He got you.
I was just like, Brian. I don't even look like a Brian.
Maybe he genuinely thought you was Brian.
Nah, Brian's someone he works with at his own firm. So he's copied and pasted. He's obviously gone, right, I'll send that message to that person, that person, that person. I'll send that one to that one, that one, and that one.
Done.
And just hasn't changed my name. whatever.
Shame, especially when you get caught out.
You'll be missed. I said that with sincerity.
You really meant that. You'll be missed.
You'll be missed. Anyway, we move on. So that actually happened at work. But generally, we don't want to talk about the real world on here. We want to talk about
the real world exists.
It does.
Not inside these four walls.
These four warm,
very
small walls. Yeah.
Lit up with Islington radio walls.
Yeah. Very well lit, I think. We've got
it's a nice little
investments doing all right.
Money well spent.
Yeah.
Money well spent.
They were actually quite affordable. Anyway, so from a Rob and Ollie perspective, going well.
Rob and Ollie is going strong. Ollie
strong.
It's not. Ollie has a habit of just taking time off.
How dare he?
Short notice.
Oh, right.
So we'll be going in to do the show live.
Yeah.
And you go, I'm not here next week. What do you mean? So I'm not here next week. So okay, so I'll record next week.
Right.
But he'll tell you
just before you go on air.
Literally seconds beforehand.
Oh, mate. Sort it out, Ollie.
Yeah, he's got himself a job where they do a lot of social events. But of course, Thursday's the Friday in London, so they go Thursday.
Thursday's new Friday.
Exactly that. So that's all going fine. I still think we should get him in some point.
Oh, we'll definitely get him in. Have you told him our thing that we were going to do to him?
Don't know. I don't think I have.
He won't watch this, will he?
No, Christ, no.
So what we were, we should definitely get him on then. So glad he's part of the Future Hits family.
He's still trying to figure out how to listen to that.
What do you mean?
As in, I've told him how to listen on a Monday,
right,
7 to 8, and he just can't figure it out.
It ain't difficult.
I know.
You go to your Alexa, enable the Future Hits skill, or you go to our website, futurehits.co.uk. Done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, at least he looks like Tom Shelby though.
He does.
Does he still? Was it grown out now?
It's growing out. He's getting there.
Yeah.
He's getting there. But he's not here, so we're not going to talk about him.
So what our thing was,
he doesn't deserve that credit.
What our idea, or your idea was, is that we were going to get him in and introduce him as an artist,
as a top hit seller. And we throw loads of band questions at him, and see how he reacts to them. At which point he realizes he's in too deep,
and he's got to lie about it.
And see how long he goes on with it.
We should do it where he actually comes into when we've got a single guest.
Mm-hmm.
We should do it where we bring him in, pretending we've already done our first bit.
Yeah.
So and then we bring right. Welcome to section 2. Here it is. Just get him in.
Get him in. It's hot in here, isn't it?
Book it. Let's get him booked.
It's warm in here. We need
my notes download him.
Need a fan.
Need a fan. Oh yeah, that'd be good in audio, wouldn't it?
There you go. That sound good.
Brilliant.
Aircon.
You can't really get aircon.
No, you can't, can you?
Admissions. How are admissions?
How
is everyone?
Good. Everyone is good. Well, enjoying their summer on holidays. I think Joe's just climbed Scarfield Pike.
Nice.
Potentially, might be Snowdon.
One of them.
One of the two.
I've done Snowdon.
He's up a mountain. I've done Ben Nevis.
Oh, there you go. Between us, we've got the hat trick.
We've done it.
We've done it.
Everyone's good. We've been doing demos, a bit of writing. Wrote a song last week which sounds very, very good.
Yeah. Is that the one that you gave me a sneak peek for?
No, this is another one.
A different one?
This is another one.
Oh, you creative.
But there is a day booked in September in the studio to go and record one of 3. We can't decide which one.
Oh, really?
So it's big things on the way.
Are you naming the studio?
Yeah, Pyramid Studios in Reading.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Jack down there at Pyramid, strongly recommend him.
Yeah.
Tony, Unsigned band that's listening.
Yeah.
He's really good with newer bands or fresher bands, should we say?
Yeah, cool.
When we went down, it was our first proper time in the studio, and he wasn't a case of right, we're in, let's go. We sat and talked through what we're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And we took his time with us.
Oh, nice.
So strongly recommended if you can travel.
Is that where you recorded the EP?
No. That was where EP was SS2 in Southend.
Right.
But Check It, Kill the Switch.
Yeah.
Was all down with him. So that's the plan
cool.
to go back down and kind of say hello.
Yeah.
Again.
That'd be cool to go and work there, though, right?
Yeah. It's it's a really tiny little room. It's slightly bigger than this.
Yeah.
But it's nice because you're all in there. So when you're working on guitar, everyone's working on guitar.
Right.
When you're working on bass, everyone's working on bass. When you're working on drums, everyone's just sat there with their fingers in the ears trying to because it's right next to you.
Yeah.
But you are proper involved for the whole day. You don't just leave someone to it. So we quite like it.
Oh, okay. So you're all within the room together, but he's only recording independently that section,
that instrument, or whatever it is. But where you're all so close, everyone's, whether it's a right or wrong thing, has input on on what you're doing.
Oh, okay.
So it's not a case of you go, right, you're doing guitar, we're going to kick a ball around outside.
No.
You're there focused on what
well, I
think
it's as well, like from your perspective, as like you guys are paying money to go and do that, right? So you want to get the best product you can for the money you're spending.
Yeah,
so rather than kicking a ball about outside, you're getting the most use to your time.
I think if you had the luxury of saying we've got a week on a farm somewhere that kind of Oasis styley thing, spend a week somewhere, you probably would, play guitar and someone go knob around outside of a ball or something,
Knob around,
that's a phrase, isn't it?
It is now.
I can use it on here. But no, yeah, so when you're there, you go there for the day and go, right, start at 10, go through till 8, we're going to record a track.
Yeah.
And you get it all done in one go. But when you go in there, the demo's done, you know what you're doing before you walk through the door.
Yeah,
It's just a case of
Do you give them any prep prior?
We give them the demo.
You give them the demo and stuff, right?
Yeah, so we record the demo, give that to them, and then they might turn and say, like it, ditch that bit, or like the whole thing, or rearrange it completely, which has been done to us on the day of recording, which is a mindfuck.
Yeah,
Trying to relearn the song, which you wrote, which someone's told you to rewrite there, and then it's just...
Yeah, how do you take that? Because they're not they're...
For me personally, difficult.
Yeah, I was going to say, because it's not really their place as such to tell you where you should change it, unless they're part of the creative writing process.
I mean, but when someone says to it, I like it, but I think this needs changing.
Right.
You kind of think it's their job to... They see a lot come through the door.
Yeah, I suppose so. I guess it's like also then find it, if you're completely set on a bit, it's to be like, no, we're confident in this bit.
Yeah, but we had that with SS2 and Reese down at SS2. The Groove Master, the turn out Groove Master. He didn't like the Groove Master word. He wanted to change it to like move faster or something like that.
Right.
Or just we wanted
Groove Master's like a very it's the name of the track.
Yeah. So he wanted us to change the turn out move faster or whatever to come up with something.
Yeah.
And we sat there and was like, no, that is the gimmick of the song.
Yeah.
Groove Master.
Well, I think that's the thing. It's been strong enough knowing that you've got the right thing for you guys.
But once we said to him, no, we're quite passionate about this.
Yeah.
He was on board. I went, right, fine, we'll work with it. We'll make it as good as it was. Or could be.
I think that's what conversations I've had with other people if you're in a live setting or if you're in a recording studio or whatever, it's knowing what you want from that experience and what you want from that recording time or that stage time or whatever, and telling the sound engineer or the producer or whatever.
Yeah, it really depends who the person is. So, for example, I don't want to call anyone out on this because it's maybe their strengths are not what I'm about to say they are. But for example, we went down to Portsmouth. Ollie, the company he works with, his strength is very much to be that producer and work and change the song. So we took Clone down there. Clone was in a standard tuning. He was A to B, however Z or whatever, and that's how the song was. We went down and he went, I like it. I want to detune on the whole song, so drop it down a key or two.
Right.
I want a new riff on this bit. I want that bit like this.
Right.
You're like, spend that. We're ready to record this. We don't need this.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it probably did work out for the best.
Right.
But when you've gone down, I mean, for me, if someone tells me to do something, I get my back up straight away, even if it is the right thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So for him to, for probably, as I said, for the best to go, you need to now learn a new riff. I'm thinking, for fuck's sake. Like, I can't just learn a song. I have to learn it, take it home, learn it to come back.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't just improvise something out of thin air.
No.
Which, but it works. It works. Some studios you go into, and you go, right, this is what we want. They go, that's what you're paying us for. We'll do it and make it sound as good as possible. And some will work with you slightly. Really depends.
I think it's to find that balance, isn't it? If you've got someone who goes, we'll record what you want and give you no input at all, don't really want that. But if you're recording bits, you're like, guys, maybe this could help. Maybe this will help that bit.
Yeah. I think you learn after going to a few places, you learn who does what.
Yeah.
So we know that when we go, if we went back down to Portsmouth, we know we're going to go through that process again. We know if we go to Jack at Reading, he's going to, do what we want, but throw a bit of input in. And the same as if we go to SS2 in Southend.
Yeah, yeah.
He's also going to do the same and kind of throw a few extra ideas at us. So I think you point the song towards who you know what's going to do, what benefits the song.
Yeah, definitely. I saw the Lucetters. They were recording at Abbey Road, I think, over the last couple of weeks.
That's big.
There. Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, that's really good. I think maybe for the vocals, guitar, potentially.
I mean, I've never
Or was
been
it
there.
drums?
So.
Oh, okay. I think I saw a video they put up, and it was.
For what they did there. Yeah, Sam was on drums.
I think it was the whole shabam. Yeah, they were doing bits there. Yeah, I guess that comes under budget as well.
Well, that's what I was going to say, because I imagine when you're going to all these places, it obviously costs quite a lot. Like Abbey Road, it's like, yeah, top of the budget sort of thing. Mm-hmm. So I imagine, it must be a hell of an experience to go there and do that.
I think that's
considering the history of it as well.
That's the reason why I think you would do it. Like we could, I mean, don't get me wrong, the song might turn out incredible, but I'd be pretty sure that if we took, let's say, Building on Tomorrow, for example, records it with the same instruments, the same way, and played it the exact same way. If we went to Abbey Road and recorded it, and then took it down to SS2, I don't think there'd be much in it, personally. Right. But I guess it depends on the budget. Sort of same gear, isn't it, that they use to record. It's all going through like Logic or Pro Tools at the end of the day. So
yeah.
I think it is just to walk past and go, that desk was what the beat was used.
That would be
the Stones had a play on that. Stereophonics, whatever it might. It's quite a jump, but yeah, I think it is just a novel to say. We're on the steps at Abbey Road. We're having a picture done.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully the Lucetta's song will turn out great. I'm sure it will be incredible for their album. Hey boys.
Well recovered. Yeah. We I remember like ages ago we had friends that came over from the States, and they had this was years and years ago, and they had almost like a not bingo, but they had like a sheet. They would come over from like uni for like a uni trip, right? And we've made friends with them, and they basically had like a check sheet of different places they had to go.
Tourist bingo.
Basically tourist bingo,
yeah, okay.
And Abbey Road Studios was one of them that they had to go to, yeah. And I remember it was like on a really early morning. They were like, "Oh, come with us," and we were like, all of us were like, "Yeah, we'll come." Next morning, I was like, "Nah, we can go there whenever."
I don't know. It's never appealed to me.
No,
I don't know. I mean, it'd be cool to say, "Yeah, we recorded a track in there."
Yeah,
but I always thought, and I may be wrong, that I think it's just more for the singer, the Abbey Road experience. And hear me out, because when you see like the big singing booths there.
Yeah,
they're the massive rooms, and they look the bollocks.
Mm-hmm.
You see where they record guitars or drums. You're just sat in the room plugged into the computer,
right?
Or sorry, with guitar or bass. I don't think it's the same. I mean, I could be wrong.
I don't know. We'll have to experience it at some point. If you get there, let us know.
Or who runs Abbey Road? We want to come. We
want to come for a
spin
review.
Around documentary. Do
you know what? Actually, we were invited to go to a band's recording. There's a band recording this week, and they invited us down. I won't mention it just because I won't. But they're recording this week, and they invited us down to go and film it and do a few bits with them.
Abbey Road,
not Abbey Road. Oh. In East London, but not Abbey Road. So we wanted to, I wanted to go and do that, but the real world got in the way. So I'm not able to go and do it.
I'd love to take an experiment and take like a real like raw unsigned band that's like fresh-faced, never done a gig, that's working on their first track.
This sounds like a good concept.
Take them to Abbey Road. I'm not paying for it, but take them to Abbey Road. And give them the experience of Abbey Road, to see what the track turns out like. Mm-hmm. So whether you go, it's part of shit,
right?
Or you go, oh, actually, because Abbey Road has had its effect on it, this sounds massive.
And then take a band who are quite well established in the emerging scene, take them somewhere shit.
Not even that, yeah.
And then
exactly,
just see where,
or a bigger established band, like I don't know. First band that comes to mind.
Oh, I was waiting for you to say Admissions again.
No, we're plugging on for the Abbey Road trip. That's what
right, fair one.
Like, I don't know, just say a band like Arctic Monkeys.
Oh, right, that big.
And then take them down to, not that there's anything wrong with Pyramid in Reading, but take them down to there and see what comes out from that.
Yeah.
Just to see if it's the location or the band.
Have you seen? I follow, because I've done like photography and filming for quite a while, and there's a few pages I follow on Instagram where they go professional and entry-level camera and like novice and top of the range camera, and they try and compete. It's similar to that.
It'd be an interesting experiment.
Yeah,
I mean, I ain't got the time or money to put it together.
No, neither have I.
But if someone's out there that's got a YouTube channel that funds itself and is linked to Abbey Road,
let's get. I'd like a tour around there. That'd be pretty cool.
Even that, yeah.
I just want to go have a look around.
I just want to piss up around Abbey Road. That'd be great.
We've gone piss up now.
Well, I mean, from there. So, have you ever seen the Abbey Road webcam?
No.
You are. I don't know. I think it's still a thing. So you've got the famous, steps across the road. There's a webcam.
That's a zebra crossing.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I meant the Beatles.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah.
So there's a webcam like up in a tree somewhere or on a lamppost that
Oh,
focuses
right.
on that thing.
Just to see people.
And the carnage it causes of people trying to get across the road, get the picture, stopping the traffic.
Yeah.
It's fucking mental. Like honestly, if it's there, check out. Do you remember the one? There was another one a few years ago. Puddle Cam.
No.
Do you remember Puddle Cam? It was somewhere in the Midlands, maybe. This bridge in a park. People cross the bridge. The only way off this bridge, there's a massive puddle.
Right.
And it was a lot deeper than people thought. And you'd be people trying to step around the sides, falling in, just walking for the middle, realised it was too deep.
Like Vicar of Dibley.
Yeah, exactly that, like Puddle Cam. And it was a popular thing.
Really? We're doing it all wrong, aren't we? We just need to get like...
We got 3 cameras in there. Let's just set them up somewhere.
Set them up outside and watch. Yeah, I don't know. Fair enough. What else has been going on then? What else you got planned? You got some gigs coming up over...
We have, yes. So I know these ones because I looked at it before we came.
Well done.
26th of August, we're at Castle Main in Basildon.
Okay.
We're playing with Chemi Queen. They're putting on like an all-female fronted day.
Cool.
At the venue, which is really cool. So we're involved with that because we got Kirsty, so we can. That's
Obviously,
our way in.
Yeah.
We've played with them before. Very nice guys. I don't know if you met them before.
No.
Very heavy.
Right.
They're really, really good. Strong.
So if we're talking about levels of heavy, so before we came on, I played you a track from Talk to a Friend, who I say remind me of like Linkin Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, or Bring Me to the Horizon. Or who did you say?
I didn't.
Can't remember. You did. You said they sound like some, like, not Fall Out Boy.
Oh, no, I said All Time Low before the heavy.
Oh, before the heavy bit.
Yeah.
So where would they scale? If you're middle,
they would be. They're heavier than us,
right?
Than Emissions. It's just music. The music's heavy. The singing's great.
Right.
Is it? Yeah, good way to put it. Thumbs up.
Good review. That's going to go on their poster. That.
Well, if they want it, if they want it, they can have it.
Heavy music, great.
And then
singing.
the following month, on the 26th
of September.
Yeah. We're at 21 in Southend.
Cool. Good venue.
Can't think of who we're supporting. We're supporting someone.
Right.
And then the 29th of September.
Yes.
We're playing for you.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully we can get it all sorted.
Well,
we will talk about that in a minute. Go on, carry on.
Oh, was that not been announced yet?
No, actually it has. You announced it.
Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah, I announced it.
You announced it. Yeah, because Ollie was going to... Was he actually sorted a car alarm out?
Yes. So, no...
I know exactly what happened. You don't even have to say. Shit, I forgot about the announcement. Ollie's gone for a minute. Guess what?
This mic is really good. And then, so with that Hotbox gig, then on the 9th of October, we are playing an all-day at the Alex in Southend.
Oh, cool.
Enjoy
is that like a Battle of the Bands thing, or is that
it's just the band's putting on their own all-day thing.
Oh, nice.
Which we were supposed to play a few years ago, and COVID got in the way.
Yeah.
So we're jumping back on that.
Oh, nice, mate.
Which has got a lot of local unsigned bands in Southend. What else was I going to say? I thought that was one more.
Do you say Trusted are doing that one, or is that a different one they're doing? I know they're doing one in October, aren't they?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot going on music-wise in Essex at the moment.
Yeah, it's trying to figure out the best place and best time to do everything, to be honest, because we had a few options with Hotbox. So if you haven't seen on our socials, if you haven't listened on I would say our sister station, Future Hits, but it's our station. If you haven't heard on there, we are doing our own gig, our own event on Thursday, the 29th of September. I had 26th in my head because you said it. Thursday, 29th of September, we're doing our own gig. It is Future Hits Presents. We have got a couple of acts lined up already, but we are looking for 2 or 3 other acts to be shortlisted to be a part of the evening. You can go and register at futurehits.co.uk/register, and then we'll have a little review between us. We'll shortlist the artists who can potentially be a part of it, and we'll be going from there. But we need to make a decision on that probably back end of August, so we can get everything aligned for that. But that'll be in Hotbox in Chelmsford. So there is that coming, which will be exciting. Yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah,
we want to we want to try and film it and have like a bit of interviews on the night and stuff like that. So it'll be quite interesting because the last couple of events we've done, I was proud of what we've done, and we've actually, the guests we've got today featured at the Chelmsford event we've done, and all the videos for those are now available on YouTube. So go and head to our YouTube, give it a search for Unsigned Music UK for that. The Unsigned podcast, obviously you're watching or listening to on the audio, but all of the videos. We don't forget about you, audio listeners. Hello. That was my sexy voice. Is it good? Oh, you didn't hear it because you ain't got headphones on.
No, I watched it.
Watch my sexy voice.
Well, I'm looking at you while you talk.
Oh, I see. God,
Yeah.
blimey, that went weird. So yeah, all of the videos for the Unsigned live events are now on YouTube. Go and watch all of those. Give it a subscribe. We've had a little jump in subscribers. It's progressing nicely. So thank you very much. And also the views for this have been fantastic. We had Frank Joshua in last week. He's literally uploaded a new track to me. I think it was today or yesterday. So I need to get in to review that. But yeah, he's got new remixes of his album Sense Life coming out all the time. So that's quite good.
The remixes are cool. They interest me. The fact that you can just effectively put the song out again.
Yeah.
With someone just going to town on it with a remix.
Yeah, it's a good format, isn't it?
Does he remix them himself?
No. He has, so basically, if you watched the episode last week, he explained it himself better, so go back and watch that. But essentially what Frank said is that he said he's quite an older musician, and he has had those quite a lot of those tracks in his sort of armory for quite a few years. So he has now got to a point where he's released his album in March, which was Sense Life, and he's signed to like a small independent label, Newman Records.
Yeah.
But what they do is that they find people that are interested in the tracks and give them a remix. So he's had Acedo 88, which was on Rain, and the new one I think it's called Cry, but it's literally just been sent to me today, so forgive me if that's wrong. And a couple of other White Light as well. A couple of other people done remixes to the tracks, and then it's coming out in like a new light. Okay. So he said that it's quite difficult to sort of hand his, like, you know, his baby is over in a certain way, but then once he's let go of the fact that someone else is working on it, he says that he's like quite enjoying hearing what comes back because it gives it a complete refresh, I suppose.
Yeah, new look on it.
Yeah,
someone else's take. It's a good idea.
Well, you're doing it in...
We're in the process of remixing Aqua Tofana.
Yeah.
Say Max.
Go on, Max.
And he's doing a really good job.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that. And it just reaches a new audience as well, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. I mean,
it takes away the whole rocky side of it.
I think that genre is massive. I've already said a few times, I like sort of every genre. I'm not too worried. I mean, if you were listening to some of the tracks we've been playing on my show recently, we've got some really heavy rock stuff. We've got some nice folky stuff. It's all over the place, really. But it's all about emerging artists, unsigned artists and whatnot. But I think, you know, it would have been cool to have that just before the summer hit, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No.
I'm not saying that Max is working slowly, but it would have been.
No. He's taking his time.
Yeah. He wants it to be right, though.
It needs to be right.
Yeah.
He's nearly there. There's a couple of tweaks and he'll be ready.
Yeah.
Bit we found hard is, what do you do for artwork for a remix? We spend ages coming up with the idea of the artwork.
Yeah.
And just
do it. Do you do that?
It's me or Max.
Oh, okay.
Depending on who's got an idea and who's free. Remix, that'll be out soon, Aqua Tofana.
Nice. That's exciting.
Yeah. Oh, no, yeah.
Lots going on in the world of admissions.
Busy.
Yeah.
It is busy.
Oh. Got a phone call.
That means
the boys are here. We have got the Ariston joining us for today's podcast. So we are going... Is there anything else I need to mention? No, I've mentioned most things, I think.
No hat today.
No hat today. I don't wear hats anymore. No. Well, I do. That's a lie. Absolute lie. I do wear hats. The only time that I've worn a hat was in the preview.
Was it really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Was it really?
I think so. We'll check. But I'm pretty sure the only time I worn a hat was in the preview. And then I didn't wear it again because you guys featured walking up the high street and you didn't fucking recognise me. And I was like, well, Australian then.
That was hard work.
So I was like, do you know what? I'm just not going to wear it now. Like, I'm going to wear it 9 times out of 10. But when I'm in the studio, I'm not going to wear it.
Gigs and festivals.
Got to put it on. Yeah, because people don't recognise me. Yeah. But hopefully if they watch this, they flipping will.
They should do.
If not, they just didn't notice my voice, and that's about it.
Yeah, start talking to strangers just so they know who you are.
Yeah, great. Anyway, we're going to go take
finished.
It's part 1 done. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in section 2 with the Ariston. So join us then. Hi everyone, welcome to the Unsigned podcast. As some of you may know, I'm an ambassador for MATES, which is Mental Health Awareness Through Educational Speaking. They're a peer-to-peer support group. They're based in Essex, but they've got a group on Facebook, and there's a load of great ambassadors out there all offering out some support. If you want more information, go to their website, weareyourmates.com. But let's get back to the episode.
The Unsigned podcast.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Unsigned podcast. We are joined in episode 13 by the Ariston. How we doing?
Good.
Apart from being warm.
It's really warm.
Yeah.
The train ride over was particularly warm. I was just saying to Rob before we started.
The
train was really hot today.
No
it is mad.
Personal transport, yeah. No tour buses.
You're a lead singer of a band. You can get close to your mic.
Can't get close to the mic.
That's my problem as well. So I'm trying to be
just getting too close.
I was going to ask you anyway.
No, you're all right. Levels are good. You're fine.
Wonderful.
So the Ariston, where we met each other, is that you done our Chelmsford gig, which was on the 4th of May.
Yes.
Which was quite a while ago now, 3 months ago? Yeah, 3 months ago. Yeah. Quite a while ago. But we first got in touch. I'm not sure who it was out of the band, but you guys, I said something about, we're looking for bands who want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
And you guys said, we'd be up for that.
100%.
And I think you sent me a demo to Yellow Lions.
That's the one. Yeah,
And then,
did send you a demo, yeah.
Done my research. And then you guys were performed on that night. So, 3 months ago. Mad.
3 months. That is flown.
That's gone back. You've been doing a lot in those 3 months, though.
Yeah.
Been keeping close tabs on you.
Oh,
it's because of so much has been going on. It feels like it's probably longer than it was.
Yeah.
But like Chelmsford that night was wicked.
Yeah.
it was great.
To travel to Essex from where we are, so we're based in Guildford, for the most part, Guildford, London. To travel to Essex and to have that sort of welcome was brilliant.
I meet Grace Calver, High Fly, and the Lucetters as well.
Yeah.
Who we stayed in contact with.
Yeah.
Like I said before,
Lucetters especially. I think. Well, no, Grace, all of them. I don't know.
All of them.
That. But they were really we really enjoyed ourselves, and it was just great. It was a great little evening.
It was a good evening. I think you guys really opened the show so well, and it was it's great listening back to those tracks. Obviously, we've had those all mixed and stuff, and the video's done now. So to get all that back and to listen to it again was great. Because I'll be honest, I for the first part of that evening, I couldn't enjoy myself because it was the first event I'd put on. Yeah. So it was
a lot going on.
So nerve wracking, and I remember saying to my dad when we went for something to eat and coming back, and I was like, I am shitting my pants.
Yeah,
I am worried.
I've heard you say that a lot.
Well, I'm shitting my pants
about that night. Yeah,
I know. I was. I've said I had real anxiety over it, and it wasn't anything to do with you guys or anyone else that was on that night, or the venue or whatever. It was just it's the first event I'd put on. Yeah. So I think it was it must be similar for you guys when you did your first performance, or do you know what I mean? So but it went really well, and you guys smashed it, opening the show, fantastic. The way that you guys perform is I know it was a small room in Chelmsford, but the way you guys perform was like you were on, a stage in in the middle of a festival. That's what you guys.
I appreciate
what you guys bring.
Those recordings sounded like that as well.
They did
to us. Anyway,
the recordings were brilliant. Honestly, so good.
Camera, we definitely enjoyed it. That was definitely a shock when we first listened to those. I got a video when I first turned them on, but
yes, you do. That is a class video.
But we like to think we're in a arena every time we're playing. But I've noticed now, we did one gig on Saturday night where we actually had an actual audience singing they sung Yellow Lines back to Luca, which was cool.
That was crazy.
They were mostly
really?
So we're not. Do you know what I mean?
No, but even still,
don't play down.
No. Well, I'm being harsh on myself. But anyway, I've noticed we're going from having to act like we're in with an audience to now actually being with an audience, and it's a weird step to make because it's suddenly you're no longer going to impress people by acting. It's you've got to be in the moment. I'm probably not explaining it very well, but that was a weird little thing that I noticed the other day.
That's the first time that shifted.
Yeah.
It was. We had that gig planned when we played on Saturday for ages, and we were because it was our first gig for a while back in Guildford, and we were we don't really know what's going to happen because obviously a lot of our mates have gone back home for whatever because of uni,
right?
Yeah. And it was. Kind of just blew us out of the park. Really.
No, it was really good.
It was like a homecoming gig after after all the ones you've done.
I ended up with my shirt off, and so did Finn.
Oh, it was great.
So
you what?
I ended up with my shirt off, and
right.
Finn.
It's it was charming. It was great. It was crazy.
So it was definitely enjoyable.
Yeah.
Does that change the way you play, knowing that there's going to be people there, or seeing that there is an audience of a certain size?
I think it definitely
compared to the first gigs, knowing they said not acting, but playing up a little bit.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean. Yes. I think the thing that changes most is my mood before the gig. My mood, because I'm pretty famous for being in a mood before every gig.
Why is that?
I think it's just...
why is that?
It's a way I just deal with things.
Yeah, I was going to say, I understand that. I was in a fucking awful mood on the way here.
For the start,
I just was. I don't know what it was. I was in a bad mood. These two had to hear me vent all the way here.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things. And fine now.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
I've had a sandwich.
It's funny.
Yeah.
I've had my ginger
Funny
beer.
what halloumi wrap does.
Halloumi wrap,
Yeah, halloumi and roast veg wrap.
Yeah, I completely
Nothing, not very
understand.
rock and roll.
No.
But yeah, so do you think it's part of like your sort of not coping mechanism, because that sounds more dramatic than it is, but do you know what I mean? It's your sort of preparing yourself ready to go on,
Yeah, definitely. It's like, I don't know.
getting in the zone.
Yeah, because I feel like if I'm not doing that, then I'm not going to give it 100% when I get on there.
Right.
Because then my goal is to
Well,
improve
cut from
my
that.
mood. Yeah,
Yeah.
to make sure that I don't feel like this when the gig's ended. And it works. We played in a pub literally in front of 7 people and a couple of bartenders who
I
were
think that's brilliant.
incredible.
Right.
Yeah.
And by the end of the gig, like the size of the audience had improved a lot, and there were people from outside who were like watching us through windows and whatnot a little bit. But yeah, by the end, like I was great. It was one of the best gigs we've done. Like I've never felt so relaxed on a stage. So yeah, I think it is a big part of just like getting myself hyped for things.
Yeah.
Do you have any pre-show, not rituals? That's
You can
not-
use the term rituals.
Ritual or things you do before the show that are like a must. Like if you was a footballer, like you
Yeah.
know, leaving
Pulling your
Leave
socks
Anfield
up.
and
Anfield and
doing
giving the
the
Anfield
tab.
sign a
Yeah,
smack
yeah,
on the
yeah.
way or something like that.
Would be
Yeah,
Anfield.
we
wouldn't
must
it?
do. I think I always end up, I don't know, there's like little things, like I'll always have my guitar pick, my bass pick in my teeth, just in between my teeth. I'll hold it there and then I'll like fiddle around with it whilst we're waiting to go. But that's just
That's
like
just that
another
subconscious
nervous
thing. I do that as well.
But no, we must do. You just must not know about it because we're very strange people.
Well, I think
Believe it,
there
lots of-
there was one that we used to do. We don't do it anymore. When we played. This is before we even formed as a band. When we played at the Union, the theatre, because before when we first met, right? Me and Will and Clay, the guitarist. When we all first met, we were at drama school, so we all trained in acting primarily. But there was one show that we did. And you'd say play well, and we'd do that for the entire run of the show.
Yeah.
You'd say play well, and that was I guess just that saying. I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
Revolutionary. That's never been done before.
No, right, exactly. But
No, yeah, I don't know what I think because my dad's always. I used to play golf with my dad. I know I'm not improving our image here at all. When I was younger,
Right.
and then he'd always or golf or tennis or whatever.
right,
Because I used to play everything with my dad, and he'd always say play well to me before we did anything. So it was like a nice little
Yeah.
cool. But a lot of music, like all my music taste comes from my dad. Like
Yeah.
like the name, the Ariston comes from my dad.
Well, so let's go with that then. So how did that start?
Well, how long have you got?
Well, like, as long as you guys can be bothered to be here.
Fab, right, okay. You might want to put a timestamp of where to skip to now. Anyway, we were originally called 130.
Okay.
One the word 30, no, and the number, no space. Because at that drama school, Clay, Luca and I met in and rehearsed and eventually formed the band in room 130.
Right. Okay.
So that was just the natural thing, and we thought we were so cool.
we did.
Well, you got lost on the 130 earlier, didn't you? You took the wrong-
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, that was a tangent.
You lost me then. If you're not from Essex, you wouldn't know.
No, I know, but I couldn't let it lie.
No.
There's a road called the 130 in Essex, and he went down the wrong way earlier. Sorry.
That's all right. That was one of those things where I was just going to go along with it because I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah.
Leave it in.
Yeah. Well done that.
Sorry, carry on. So you used to rehearse in there.
Yeah. But then when we kind of left, well, going to leave, and then we realised we actually wanted to do it properly. We realised we didn't really like the name, and there were loads of like Scandinavian bands
Right.
Called 130.
called like a good few, and another couple bands from elsewhere, and we were like, no, let's drop that. It wasn't us anymore. And then so I was like, we were all busy trying to figure out like a name that would be a good replacement, and then I thought about my first ever experience in music because I wanted something like apt to name the band. And that first experience in music was through my dad, and he used to play me all his CDs and vinyls through this big deck he has. He still has it to this day. 2 big speakers,
Yeah.
CD player and vinyl player.
Right.
And the vinyl player's the oldest item in this little deck. It's probably about, I want to say 40, 50 years old now. I might be wrong,
Right.
but it's in that ballpark. And
Yeah, it's old. It's in
Yeah.
your house. Yeah.
and anyway, on the side of this vinyl player, we discovered one day a little logo that said Ariston Acoustics, which turned out to be an Italian brand.
Right.
And we're kind of Italian a little bit. So Luca's actually,
Well,
it's
no,
more,
we're both Italian. We're both the same amount of Italian. It's just I don't know.
it's more in his blood,
Right.
Italy. Yeah.
It's more in my blood than his blood. We have the
Yeah.
same amount anyway.
Anyway. So that was a nice little thing, but that wasn't really it. So then, I mean, it wasn't really a thing, but every now and then we'd find some new music after we'd spotted this logo, and my dad would be like, that's one for the Ariston, meaning the vinyl player, to play, blah, blah, blah. But now the idea is that we are the Ariston, providing that
Providing music.
and that sentimentality, if you will.
It works.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite a cool little story.
To older generations, though, and to me as well, because I've been told enough times, it does remind people of the old boiler companies. They still make fridges, Ariston.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Bosh.
So, yeah.
The acoustic part of it, the Ariston acoustic part of it is liquidated, but there's still that connection to the
copying intended.
No, none.
But I've been sent a couple of fridges.
Have you?
Yeah.
Don't send Will fridges.
Yeah.
No, send them fridges. It's really fun.
Yeah. No, it puts me in a bad mood. No, it's all right. Yeah.
It is nice to hear a story like that though, because you hear. I mean, I can't remember the story you gave. You can give yours again. Oh, there isn't one. There you go. See, there isn't one. So a lot of bands that we have spoke to have been a case of we threw a load of names into a hat and we picked the one that sort of fitted best. And there will be some stories. I remember like Ocean Floors. They were like they wanted to sort of try and find a double meaning in what they were doing, so they did Ocean Floors. But they spelled it F-A-L-A-W-S.
Well done.
Fucking hell. He literally just texted me as well. Anyway, so they done that. And I thought that might be something to do with the environment. And they were like, no, it's not. It's not to do with the environment. It's just the ocean floors and stuff like that. So that's what we did. So it's nice to hear like a sentimental story behind that. A bit of meaning behind it as well.
Yeah, it's quite cool.
No, we put a lot of energy into that. I don't know what difference it makes, but it makes a big difference to us because this is going to sound very pretentious, but we try and put as much thought as we can into everything.
Yeah.
Which sometimes is a bad thing because you end up spending too long on things.
Happened.
The
with
single cover.
Single cover. Oh my god, it's so worth it.
It's
Of course,
worth
it's worth it.
Yeah.
But we were going off on the single cover for
shades of yellow are so hard to find.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. No, it must be a tricky colour.
Yeah.
The black was fine.
Yeah.
Just black. Like these in Tin Radio, the
Exactly.
wonderful
shirt,
logos.
my shirt,
Right.
Yeah.
But finding the right shade of yellow was a nightmare.
Yeah.
We all had different opinions and got
No,
very
that
interesting.
wouldn't change
I mean,
it for the
literally
world.
over a single cover, but it makes a difference.
You want to get it right, though.
Yeah, because it's going to be. I mean, you could look back in 40 years or so and go, I
That's
only
good shit.
if we had the other shade.
Right.
That other shade would have. That sounds like I was taking a piss. But
No,
genuinely.
you want to be happy with anything you're
satisfy
distributing.
what you've done, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
100%.
That was our exact thought process.
Yeah. So how long did it actually take? 5 months.
No, not 5 months.
Oh, right.
It was a matter of days. Deciding thing.
Fair enough.
But like those days felt
Long days.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because we were working to a deadline,
Oh, okay.
and we maxed out the deadline.
Which is quite good for us. You know?
Is it?
We're no.
It's like-
Well, no, that we're working to deadlines now.
Of course, yeah.
It was like I was saying about stepping up and things like that. I mean, it's all we're not. Well, I don't know. We're stepping up as anyone would, and it's quite good now. We're sticking to deadlines and that, and yeah,
It makes it more of a real deal, doesn't it? As well, if you're treating it like a job and you're trying to hit deadlines like in any job, then this becomes real.
yeah, absolutely.
All very serious about it.
Yeah, exactly. And you've got to. You laugh then, but you have to. You have to take it seriously, like we've just discussed before. If you don't take it seriously, no one else will.
Yeah.
So that's the whole point. Like you need to take it.
Absolutely.
You need to make it as best you possibly can. So you're happy with the product that you're selling, and also that other people do take it seriously.
The band is an extension of all of us, and like there's nothing more we care about. Like it's just like our whole world. I could fill up a whole podcast talking about why we're in music, like why we love Arctic Monkeys and Catfish. Like, it's the one subject that I just never run out of things to say. Why we do it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, that's good that you're on our podcast.
Yeah.
Perfect place for
Perfect place for it.
No, I'll go on about it.
So, do you want to introduce who's actually in the band and who does what then?
Yeah.
Because we've sort of mentioned Clay slightly, but do you want
Yes.
to go on tell everyone about who's in the band?
So we've got Clay, who was our lead guitarist, who was primarily a jazz guitarist more. When we first met
He's
him,
going to hate us because we're going to get this wrong.
yeah, we're gonna get this wrong.
Hmm.
But most of the guitar that he used to play was more sort of jazz.
he like kind of pop rock stuff as well.
Yeah.
But he's an actual musician.
We
we're
just
not.
blag it.
He's
really.
classically trained, but he's been playing guitar like literally a couple years more than me. And I got my first guitar Christmas Eve 2018.
Right.
And he was obsessed. That was all he ever did. And yeah, so he actually gives us a bit of actual musicness.
Theory.
Yeah.
Right.
Bit of theory behind it.
But
Behind the
no.
madness, what you going to say?
Just a theory behind anything.
Yeah.
No, and he
The
does.
music.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm cutting you off. Sorry.
No, that's me done.
Oh, no.
That was it. That's all I had.
No, see, I told you I could talk about this forever. He does. He was at drama school for musical theatre.
Right.
We all ended up doing music more than we did anything else.
Yeah, we did.
But yeah, so he loves all this kind of like more classic stuff. Like he'll jump around on stage and do some nifty footwork. I've got videos if you want. Like
I've got
I'm
some
not
great
lying.
videos. Yeah, of Tom just flying around the stage.
Yeah. And like he does all like the last gig we did, he did this massive kind of like I don't know how like real classical rock like intro with like
It was really cool.
like with mad reverb on it, and it's like he definitely brings an element of rock and roll and a little bit of that jazz inspired sort of stuff to it.
And we've got Finn. Finn as well, the drummer.
Yep.
Who we've only met this year.
Oh, really?
So it's the band's only really been going for this year.
Oh, wow.
And he's a gorilla. I think
He's a gorilla.
That's the best way to. That's the best way to describe.
Like the Cadbury's
it.
advert.
Yeah.
Literally, he's yeah, like the Cadbury's advert. Oh, you're gonna love that. He's
Sorry, Finn.
massive, big lad.
Compared to us.
Yeah, and I suppose that's Finn.
Where'd you
He's
meet
just
Finn?
A big lad. He's at ACM which is a uni in Guildford.
Right.
With Clay. The
Oh,
guitarist.
okay.
Yeah.
See.
Like the the amount of people that we plucked him from and he plucked us from. It's just great. Like, yeah, he like when Lucas said we've only known him since September.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even early September. I just can't believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was the songs that you are playing and recording now?
Yeah.
Did they exist before you met him?
Before we met Finn,
Yeah.
some of them.
What was it like having your songs and introducing someone else to them to play those songs?
Very easy.
Okay.
Extremely easy with Finn. Well, I think so. I think for the most part it's quite easy because it's mostly instinctive.
Yeah. No, I agree definitely because it was like he was just saying like this is all I've ever wanted to do, this type of music, and that's why I'm like it's just so great, and we got on so well as well. Like I'm by trade a guitarist, so I like to call myself Paul McCartney.
Right.
Yeah.
Paul McCartney did that, and he's John. He's
Right.
got circle glasses somewhere.
Somewhere.
And Finn's obviously Ringo. And like as a bassist, you've got to have that bond with the drummer. And he like I don't know him. I haven't been playing bass or known him. I've been playing bass for even shorter than I've known him because we had this big thing about who's going to go on bass. Yeah, I always knew it should be me, so it was me. But
Hurts, doesn't it?
it?
It hurts when it happens.
You're a bassist as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You just have to accept defeat and then just
Yeah.
own it.
So is yours a conversation between you, Jack, and Joe, or what?
Just got told
By
the band.
all of them, like an intervention?
No, but
Collectively,
I can happily admit, Jack and Joe, you've seen them play, are just incredible.
Yeah.
Like I haven't seen. You guys might be great, but I've never seen them play.
Sure.
I've never seen anything like what they do.
Right.
And I know I can't do that. So
Fair enough.
So I'll just rock it over and
Rock it over there with Max.
I'll do my own thing. Yeah.
What you?
Although to be fair, we in a rehearsal the other day. We sort of all swapped instruments. It was a bit of a laugh, and bass was good fun. I was on the bass for a bit.
Yeah.
I don't play bass, but it was good. It was a good laugh.
On our first gig, our first two gigs.
Yes, we did.
You and me swapped bass. So Luca played bass and I played guitar. It was for Are You Mine, wasn't it? By Arctic
Monkeys. Yeah.
I don't know why.
It was good fun.
That's the only
Good
time
fun.
I've ever played guitar live.
Right.
But I'm sure when we're 30 or something, and we break up, I'll go off doing my solo career.
Nice. That's smashing. Yeah, go off for your solo career.
Well, yeah, no.
Fallback plan. That's what that is.
He's got it all planned out, man.
We've found Robbie
Plan ahead.
Yes, you have. Yeah. No, I'm Robbie and Paul.
and Paul. Yeah. So with just going back to like the bass and the drum, do you find that with Max? Then you find you guys are quite in tune. Max is their
We
drummer.
was at school together.
Oh right, so
Year
you
7.
yeah.
So now it's just like look around and Max like, look a little like, you good? He's like, yeah. Or it's like, has he dropped his sticks yet? No, he's good.
Is the bass over there?
He does. He throws his sticks around, so you'd have to check on him every now and then.
Yeah. Finn does as well.
It's a classic drummer. It's a classic drummer thing.
You get one in the back or something. It's come forward.
Not have one yet. I wouldn't put it past him.
I'm glad you said that because I was going to bring it on to I Protect Luca from the Sticks.
Right.
Because he jumps around and stuff on stage, and there's been a few times where one's come off the drums and either start bouncing towards Luca or just rolling, and the amount of times I've just flicked it back towards Finn. And
Did you know this?
I had no idea.
There must be video evidence of it because it's happened a couple
Has
of
it
times.
actually? I have no idea.
I'm dramatising it.
There is a lot that goes on in a gig that either happens between one or two members where the rest of the band don't know about.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so what? All right.
No, it's true.
So what's the worst thing that's happened on stage that someone else doesn't know about? Then you
Worst
go to both of
one,
you. Yeah,
That's a good one.
from an admissions perspective and the Ariston.
I can think of like cool stuff.
Well, that's fine. If you tell the story about you kicking a bottle again, right? We're not.
What happened? Go on. Yeah, got to.
No.
You got to now.
Go on.
We played a gig. You had the drummer behind us, the amps like stacked up, and this water bottle rolled onto the stage.
Oh dear.
It wasn't anyone's water bottle, and just mid song, just gave a little with a foot, chipped it over the drummer into like the backdrop of the inflatable stage. It just kind of fell down, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm cool."
You got video.
I'm a
evidence,
rock
surely?
star.
No one saw
No,
it.
but he's banged on about it enough that you think he would.
I don't tell anyone who's gonna.
No, I don't. All right, fair enough.
No, that's very cool. I don't have something as cool as that. I can think of.
I don't know. I had my mum on the phone the other day, but that was just noticed. That's not.
Did your mum do your socials?
No, she doesn't. But my mum is very.
I
sort
want
of
to hire
avid.
her.
You want to hire my mum?
Yeah, don't say it like that.
Have you seen all the?
Fuck's sake.
I don't think I've met your mum.
Can I hire your mum? Yeah, sure. She does our socials. That went from like a really bad your mum jokes.
I didn't
Your
mean it
mum
like
does
that.
your socials. Can I hire her?
What I meant is that she's always sharing stuff with us,
Yeah,
right?
all the
So
time.
every time you guys have got a gig or anything, she shares it, right? I've not got a relationship with your mother.
Fuck's sake.
Don't start those rumours. I've got no Italian in me.
What was it you said? It's not what you know, it's who you know.
Oh,
There you go.
walking into this. Right.
Jesus.
Yes. My mum.
I meant when I said your socials, I meant the Arisons. I didn't mean
Yeah.
yours personally.
Yeah. No. My mum's very sort of avid on social media.
No,
She likes to promote us as much as she possibly can.
A proud mum.
Exactly.
Yes, good,
Yeah, of course.
Not an escort mum, a proud mum.
I'm never getting near the end of this now. I'm never
No, I
getting
did. I swear, I didn't mean it like that. Didn't mean it like that. What I meant is that she's very good at doing the socials and stuff because I've noticed how much she posts about it. But let's get off that subject because I'm going warm. So,
You've gone red from all the way back.
mate, it's hot in here anyway, and I'm all the way back. I haven't got a choice. It doesn't stop here. Like with you, you've got hair, so it stops. Mine just goes off the fucking back.
The wall's gone red.
Shut up. Talking of Italy, there we go. Segue into Italy.
Yeah.
Recording. You
Yes.
guys went away to record. Was that from the Italian heritage, or was that what? How did that come about?
So, we're lucky enough in my family that my second cousin,
your
mum's
mum's
first cousin, so that's my
Yeah,
second
something
cousin,
like
right?
that,
Something
yeah.
like
first remove or something.
that. Is a producer,
Right.
a big producer in Italy, and he was like, with my band that I was actually with a while ago. He was like, "Oh, I'd love you guys to come and record a track in Italy."
it is.
Then nothing happened, right?
Yeah.
Nothing happened for ages, and
Yeah.
then he was like, "Oh, I've seen you guys. You guys have actually popped up on feeds and stuff. You guys look really, really cool. I'd love you to come over." So actually, then this time it actually sort of happened. We managed
cool.
to get over to Sicily and record Blackout.
I
Am I allowed to say? I'm allowed to say? I don't know.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah,
Sure.
no, you're not given a release date.
Exactly.
No.
I've not given anything
It was
away.
like all the bare tracks have been put down. Like
Yeah.
it's not.
It's still sort of a
Yeah.
long way off,
Yeah.
of course, but that was crazy experience. We had our own house for a week. Didn't manage to get over to the beach though, because it was quite close to the beach. And Sicily, obviously, it's all sort of coastal.
We were actually quite busy whilst we were over there. It was great, but like, yeah, I surprised myself with how well I dealt with the heat.
Right.
I just got used to it.
Crazy.
Because you can imagine. Also, the machinery they have over there must be good, because if I took my laptop in that heat over there and had it running all day,
That's actually such a good point.
a little bit of I'm digressing a little bit here, but I really wanted to share that because it really baffled me.
I think a lot of nations have dealt with the heat and extreme weather of any kind better than the Brits. We're crap.
It's like their technology as well, though. Because Clay brought his laptop, obviously, because we had a demo sort of thing on his tractors, and then show Luigi, who's the producer. And his thing overheated in 5 minutes, but Luigi's is still. I don't know how that
Running
works.
the track all day.
It's crazy. Yeah. Don't know how that makes any sense, but sure.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's something I wouldn't even thought about.
No.
I just presumed it works, doesn't it? It's technology.
That's
Yeah.
what we thought,
Yeah.
and then
Overheated.
Overheated.
but no. So
So you had a house.
Yes.
And you were
we
there
had
for a
house.
week.
We were there for a week. We had a pool.
Nice.
So it was a nice way to sort of like
Proper rock star
finish
day
each.
stuff.
Yeah, it was great. It was good. It was real good fun. Good way to go and finish the day after recording. Just go have a bit of a swim.
It was very cool. It was a shame we didn't have any instruments with us at the house, because I feel like that would have been.
That would have
perfect to,
made it.
Think of something new, like a whole new album or something.
While we were there, yeah. But we are going back in December, apparently.
Nice.
We're going to record another one. They want us to come back.
Nice.
Obviously, while we're there, I managed to see some family
Yeah.
who cooked for us. It was great.
Nice.
Italian food. Italian food, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's good fun.
Italian
Yeah, it was just really nice. Because I'd not been back into Sicily, because where I'm from. I'd not been back in God knows how long, because of obviously COVID. I've not been able to travel. So to go back to record with my mates and then see some family, it's good fun. I'm back in December.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
So your family's from Sicily. We say you've got Italian heritage as well. Where are they from? No?
I don't know.
You don't know?
What do you mean you don't know?
Well,
Surely you know.
I'm pretty. I don't know if I'm getting mixed up with, because I've had loads of connections with Italy through friends and family, but I think they're from Calabria. Which
I think you might have mentioned that before.
So where it's actually really near Sicily, I think.
Yeah.
So you have the boot, and I think it's the
across.
bottom of the boot.
Right, okay.
It's like the it's the bottom left of the boot. So where it comes around and forms the toes. I don't know how to put that.
I'm sure they'd be very proud of that.
Yeah,
Forms the toes.
yeah,
Yeah, with a toe of Italy.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
yeah. Sorry to bring up toes.
It's nice down there. That kind of end of the world.
Toes.
No.
Oh, Italy.
Yeah, it's nice down there. Toes. Toe fetish question mark.
Strangely metaphoric there.
Could
down
be
there.
down
end
there.
of the world.
Toes.
Yeah.
It is pretty
I
down.
used to live down there.
What?
Yeah, Malta.
Did you actually?
Oh, I remember this. You did radio in Malta.
Yeah, I used to live in Malta. So it's a lovely neck of the woods.
Yeah. Do you speak any?
No,
No.
not at all. Well,
If it works, though.
probably swear words, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only know Scheizerkopf in German.
What does that mean?
Shithead.
Oh.
I remember that.
Yeah, that's all I
sounds
know.
fluid.
In Italian, I don't. No, I don't know any in Italian.
I don't want to say it because I'm
What?
I'm not used to being on air and everything.
Right, so on here you can say what you want as long as it's going on YouTube and Spotify and everywhere else. You can say what you want. We've had some stuff said in here.
Sure.
Have you listened to the Great Leslie episode at the moment, right?
working way through it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's probably the
tense.
probably the sweariest one.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah,
Who was that? Who was on that?
the Great Leslie.
Oh,
Yeah, so
right.
they were funny.
have to
But
swear warning
sweary, huh?
A swear warning.
No, I just say that whenever I upload any podcast, I just say it's got explicit content.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So it comes up when you go on Spotify. No, I don't go. This should be only viewed by adult people.
Adult people.
I don't know what
You
I'm
should start
Conversation
every
tweet that.
single. Yeah, I know. You should
Yeah.
start every single
No,
podcast.
I'm not going to do that. The thing is, it's like it says explicit when you go onto Apple Podcasts or Spotify or whatever.
Yeah.
And when I upload it to YouTube, I say, yeah, anyway, whatever. You were talking about recording your single Blackout.
Yes.
But you have your new single coming out later this month.
Yeah, we do.
Can you tell us about that?
Yellow Lines, yeah.
Yellow Lines. It's
Go on,
been long. Oh, I'm going. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's been a long time coming, but we're trying to follow a release plan and everything, and we're again, that conversation about putting everything into it. I remember because back in the day I was doing all the Instagram posts, and now it's more Luca, and I remember announcing that we were releasing we've said we were going to release it a couple times, but then got our stuff together and realised that
it wasn't ready.
It wasn't ready.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've had like, can I talk about Charlie and everything?
Yeah. That's what I know.
We've had I don't know what to call him. He's a producer, but also he's an artist friend of ours. He's called Just Reality. We know him as Charlie. He goes to ACM, and all his socials are Just Reality as well. And yeah, he's kind of produced the track for us, and it that took it from, you'll hear in the demo, it's obviously a little bit more simple, and it's taken it to a place obviously where we know this isn't gonna be like on our first album, when we're hopefully getting places, but it's definitely like a proper track now, and it definitely hits you when you're listening to it in the car. It's got bass behind it.
Yeah, we managed talking going on from the car. We've put a small little CD together of some tracks, and most of those are from Chelmsford
They
gig,
sound incredible
because they sound so good.
Sound like we're playing like the introducing tent.
Honestly, so really, really good. So we put them together on a CD.
The best mixes, some of the best mixes. Obviously, I've just mentioned Charlie and everything. Some of the amongst the best mixes we've ever heard of us. Like, no, thank
Genuinely.
you so much.
Yeah.
It just sounds like we're, as I said, playing the introducing tent at Glastonbury, or the other big one. I can't remember the name, but yeah. He said this is great, so we're boasting those. We're putting those.
Good.
As many
Well, that's what
places.
they were there for, because the whole thing about us doing the gig is that, like, we've talked about it before, and like what expectation is for artists coming to do a gig. So if you're going to do a standard gig somewhere, hopefully you'll be getting some sort of fee or some expenses or whatever, right? So the whole thing behind that is that obviously you're going to do a gig, and that's what you're going there for. But then there's nothing really to take away from the night, right?
Yeah.
So the whole thing with Unsigned is that when we're doing our events, we want to be able to sort of give something back to the artists, and also promote you guys, and you guys can use the material from it. But also we haven't done it yet, but we want to play the tracks on the radio.
100%.
So the whole thing was, right, we'll record all the tracks from the night, which cost far more than you usually would if you were just doing a PA system on the night.
Right.
Get them all
Yeah.
recorded, get them all mixed. Luckily, we've got my dad that can do that. Get it all filmed and all that sort of stuff. So we sort of wanted Unsigned and Future Hits, when we do our event coming up for that in next month, is that we want it to be something different to just a night that's been promoted by someone else who's going to, at best, record a thing on their phone.
Yeah.
Oh,
What?
that was Kay.
Well, I don't know who does that. I was just saying that's what I didn't want to do. That I
We
wanted
do
to.
that. Like, well,
Yeah.
we don't put on events, but all we get is recordings on our phone. And like, with regards to giving something back, you've definitely done that. Definitely, yeah. And like, just to be this early on into things and to be doing that is great.
Well, that's what it's all about. We've, like you guys said earlier, about you staying in touch with like Grace and Lucetta's and
100%.
and High Fly and that. And that's the thing. It's all about sort of knowing the right people and sort of progressing together and stuff. So that's what it's all about. So we're glad you're a part of that first event, and glad to see you're doing so well as well.
Well,
Yeah.
no, we're as I said off camera, we're glad that we got in here whilst you're not too big for us. So
Mate, it goes the same way.
Literally, as soon as I saw that, like the message you were saying that you put out, I was like, yeah, I've got to get straight onto that.
Yeah.
Because it just looked like a wicked sort of thing to be part of.
I think the thing was, for me, it was like I said a minute ago, it was terrifying putting the first one on. But I sort of feel like we've done a couple now. We know what we're doing. We know what works. We know what doesn't work. We know where we do it, where we wouldn't, and stuff like that, right? So you live and you learn. I guess it's the same for you guys when you're doing events yourself, or in any form of what you guys do. You know what works and what doesn't. So we're progressing, we're learning, and it has predominantly been me doing everything.
Yep.
So I'm quite lucky now that I've got people like Rob and the others who are involved with Future Hits.
Yep.
Obviously my dad getting involved with the mix, and we've got Joel who's editing. So we've got people all around it, but everyone's part of the same thing, that we're at the bottom building up. And we want other people to be a part of that.
Yeah.
We can't have people like, if we've got, like, at the moment we're looking for people to become part of that team, and if people want to be a part of it, send us an email, hello@futurehits.co.uk. But we're looking for anyone to get involved. But it's about knowing that it's experience led. It isn't paid. It's a case of we're starting off, we're trying to build something, and hopefully one day
The project.
it's the project.
See the
Yeah,
project.
we're building the foundations,
Exactly.
and then build our way up. But anyway,
yeah, we get that as a band.
Absolutely, 100%.
sweet. Let's have a quick break, and then we'll come back and we're going to do your dream gig.
Oh,
Wicked.
Yeah?
Sounds good.
Cool.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
We'll be back in section 3. Hi everyone, welcome to the Unsigned podcast. Hopefully you're enjoying the episode this week, but I wanted to talk to you about our Patreon. It's basically a subscription service that puts money back into Unsigned, if that's the podcast, a radio show, whatever. It helps us generate a bit of an income to support these unsigned artists and to run events and also do this podcast every week. So if you want to support the podcast and support the Unsigned music brand, you can go to Patreon, patreon.com/Unsigned Music UK, and you can sign up for just £1 a month. What can you get for that price? Anyway, let's get back to the episode.
The Unsigned Podcast.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Unsigned podcast. Stop laughing. Not allowed to laugh. This is section 3 with the Ariston and Rob Jackson, and we are now going to do your dream gig. But first of all, just remind everyone when the single Yellow Lines comes out.
oh, thank you very much.
All right.
Yeah. Yellow Lines is out on the 26th of August. That is official now.
Official.
No changes.
No.
Nothing is changing
Posted
now.
on
It's
Instagram.
when it's
It's
yeah,
been
exactly. It's
forged
been
in
posted.
stone.
It has been
Yeah.
forged in stone.
We released like a
Thank
really
God.
cool little reel where it kind of like faded in.
Yeah,
Like
it's
the
quite cool.
8.
2608
That's the one.
22
Yeah.
faded in, and there was like distortion from a guitar over it, which is on our Instagram at the Ariston Band.
Oh, crikey.
Thank you. Sorry.
Nice. Very nicely done.
Sold. Really sold.
Yeah, so that's in stone. So please keep
Yeah,
an eye out.
26th
You
of
can
August.
leave if
Sweet.
you don't like it afterwards, but keep an eye out. Thanks. Sorry. Cheers.
If you want a little sneak peek at that,
yeah.
we've got Yellow Lines filmed from our South End No Chelmsford gig on our YouTube, so you have a little
Yes.
sneaky peek of that on there. When you guys said earlier about that you set, you've got yourselves like a release deadline. Do you agree that as a band, or have you got like who's managing that, or who sets that?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's all of it.
All 4 of you.
Yeah, Finn and Clay have, like, because they're doing degrees
In this stuff, in
various
general.
music things.
Yeah.
They have a lot of know-how on there, so
Right.
we kind of combine that with our kind of, I don't know, being cool kids and knowing what a bit more what people our age like. I don't know,
Yeah.
especially like you because you're front man. So, yeah, but so we kind of combine that, and that's how we come to a lot of things, especially like this. So,
Right.
Yeah.
We've set up the whole release thing. We've got something sort of set for each. Every other day, we'll sort of give a little bit more of a teaser,
Right.
Because you got to keep
Taster.
going, and then like
to keep up the
yeah.
momentum.
Yeah.
Because we've got lots of videos that we can show off now, obviously, including yours, which we were saying just before, which was just a great
It's so cool.
session.
Sounds like
Yes.
we're playing.
It's a lot that goes into it.
Actually,
isn't
sounds
it?
like we're playing an arena. Exactly.
That planning the whole release
Yeah.
run up is one thing, then trying to just keep the momentum going
Yeah.
after.
The momentum
That's
is the
what I
main
was gonna
thing.
say,
Literally,
yeah.
yeah.
That's but no, we're normally quite good at keeping momentum and building hype. I don't know.
But you guys have been very consistently gigging, haven't you? So that's probably generated quite a lot of the hype between the last couple of months or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's about now trying to. Have you got many gigs in? I know you got one in September, but you got much going on in leading up to that, or is it literally just focusing on the single release?
The August is mainly the single release. We've just come off quite a pretty big festival run, which
For
was
a band like us, like how young we are.
yeah, it was starting off.
Yeah, like Penfest especially, which we got these bracelets from.
Yes, from Penfest. Penfest was great. It's in Buckinghamshire, so
Yeah, we gained
On
like
the come
50
up.
followers from that, which is our biggest from one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was cool. But yeah, no, we've got a couple of ideas planned gig wise, like especially to do with the Yellow Lines release.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's another thing to stay posted about.
yes,
But yeah, no, not as much. But we might just have another one as well, I think, on the cards at the end.
Have you got one in Balham? Is it Balham?
yes.
That's
1st of September.
That's a big one for us.
Yeah.
Which, if you're around, you should definitely come to.
Yeah.
Thank
If
you.
you're around.
Yeah, you get-
busy
yeah,
men,
we'll
they're
get-
busy
we'll get
men,
you-
come on.
get you in,
No, but
get you in.
Sweet.
obviously you'd be on the guest list.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate that.
Definitely. Yeah, that's at the Bedford in Balham.
So how's that one come about then?
That's a good story. You do that one.
So, I was lucky enough. So there's she's not really my grandmother, but I sort of consider her like a grandmother.
Right.
And her neighbour is
Turn that off, please. We're professional here.
her neighbour knows someone who like is one of the managers at the Bedford.
Oh, okay.
Which is it's quite a big.
Some of the names I'll list
venue
them off afterwards.
It's quite a big venue in London, and it's sort of co-run, I think, by Tony Moore,
right?
Who is ex Iron Maiden.
Oh wow!
And we went to one of his shows to go and see him perform, which was incredible. What a night, right?
It was fun.
And then he was like, "Yeah, you guys should come and play." So we've played at the Bedford already, and then he's invited us back to headline.
Nice. Oh, sweet.
So you've got a crazy experience, really.
Do you want to mention?
Probably not.
Okay.
I don't know if she wants her name to be mentioned. But it's fine.
That's all right. Joel, bleep that.
I appreciate that. It's nothing. There's nothing like.
It's like a
I wouldn't have brought it up
kind of
if it
thing.
was.
No, it's not. Honestly, it's not. I don't think it's the end of the world. But
No. Yeah, we just we're very lucky with the people we have around us in that respect. But yeah, it's cool. There's like videos of this stage that we're playing, and now they've asked us to headline, which is cool. When we say big, it's not like a massive venue, but for like the
sentimental
stature,
sort of stuff, yeah,
and the history of it as well, and like they've had some very cool people play on the stage. Like there's videos of people from the same angle as us, and then people that we definitely look up to. So
yeah, there's some big names that have played there, which is quite cool.
What couple of them?
Ed Sheeran's played there. It's just sort of. I think it's where Ed Sheeran had sort of his come up.
Oh really?
So I think it was where he was spotted because he stayed because it's like a it's like there's a hotel sort of
guest house sort of thing.
Right, exactly.
It's nice.
And he stayed there apparently, but he'd play gigs there sort of consistently apparently.
The story we told a story that he was playing on a fish market.
Yes.
Nearby.
Yeah. That was
one of the gents from the Bedford.
They're like, come on in.
Brought him in.
Yeah.
Staying at the Bedford as well. And there's like Sam Smith, James Bay. All these pictures. There's pictures of them on the wall.
Oh wow!
On the stage. There's a girl called Holly Humberstone as well, which who's
massive at the moment.
Yeah, she's like
crazy good.
If you're into like all the modern music and that, which we aren't really, so we can't.
Well,
you more than me.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's massive. I think she ended up supporting Lewis Capaldi.
Oh wow!
And then she won Rising Star at the Brit this year.
Oh
Brits.
cool!
Yeah, she performed at the Brits this year as well.
Oh sweet!
And yeah, Luke is in love with her. And we're all if she's watching this, mate, yeah, that's quite good.
That's great, I suppose.
But yeah, she performed at the Bedford. So
sweet.
That's really cool. And she played at Glastonbury this year and everything. And she supported Olivia Rodrigo as well.
Oh wow!
And they're like best mates now. So she's very cool.
So you're actually aiming at Olivia Rodrigo? Is that what it is?
No. Well, no.
The stepping stone in.
She doesn't want that review.
No.
I think we've just ruined your chances.
No, it's all good.
Sorry about that. That was my fault.
God, you thought he was going for a serious music podcast chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
No.
But you get a bit of that here and there.
This is good balance. I'm enjoying
It's a balance.
Yeah, the balance. That's a catfish pun. Anyway.
You said they're one of your inspirations, didn't you? And you said you sound.
I did call it, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you?
That's all you're saying?
No. Just what was the track you sent me earlier?
I think it was the Yellow Lines demo that was on your SoundCloud.
On
You sent
SoundCloud.
me at the beginning.
Oh, the SoundCloud one. It's changed a lot, but yeah.
Yeah, the chorus was it was catfish.
Was it?
In a good way.
Did you get that?
I liked it.
Genuinely?
Yeah,
That's
I could
quite
hear
funny.
that.
No, we definitely like. There's a lot of with our songs, like we have to think about when we're bringing out new songs when we're doing new songs, like how they're going to sound live. So, and a lot of our like first songs that we're doing, like they really work for us, but like we really don't just want to be making songs like this. They'll all be us, but we're we don't just want to do the same thing every time, definitely. But within that, we're not just doing things we won't just make a song to be different than what we've done before. Like it's all about building like a sort of chronology for ourselves or something like that. So one of the big worries that we have is being just like, we're just like the B-side of Catfish.
Right.
Do you ever write a song as put a demo down, for example, and look back and go, we've just ripped off Catfish or Arctic Monkeys?
Yeah.
We've been too heavily influenced on this one. We've gone a bit too far.
Sometimes,
I think
yeah.
that
Sometimes,
happens with every-
I think, but that's because there are only so many notes you can use.
Yeah.
I suppose that's a bit of a cop out, but
Sometimes.
That has happened though. Like we've had it where obviously Ed Sheeran had that whole flipping court case, didn't
Right.
he? And then I know the AB Violet, Abby, who presents on here as well and on Future Hits, she's, and also AB Violet in her own right,
Yeah.
she done that on one of her videos, didn't she? I can't remember, it was a Kate Bush track or something like that. And it wasn't that one, but it was, pardon? Fleetwood Mac.
Was it Fleetwood Mac?
So it's a Fleetwood Mac song, and she said, look, like there's only so many notes that you can sort of use, and until someone pointed it out, I didn't realise it was quite as similar as that. But yeah, it probably happens to all of you. I mean, has that happened to you guys as admissions?
Original, unique.
Oh, all right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Don't get none out of us.
Yeah.
No, you do a hell of a lot.
All
So-
the time.
and we I think we take pride in calling each other out on it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially
we
if
do,
like
we do.
Jack's wrote a song that's, I don't know what it'd be, but just to point out and go, you've ripped them off.
Right.
He's like, shit, got
Yeah.
to rework on it.
I think that's
Well, at
good.
which point the song comes back 10 times better than what
Yeah.
he's done originally.
Yeah.
That does usually happen.
Mm.
Oh, it's the same with me because I've been like, okay, I've copied something from this. It just sounds like something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
And then you turn, then we like brainstorm it, and it just turns into something better.
well, yeah, because you work like you work off your heroes like we do, and like you like I try so hard, and we try so hard to like replicate what they make us feel. So sometimes,
Atmosphere. For me, it's the atmosphere.
yeah,
I think you guys
creating
definitely
an
do that though.
atmosphere.
You guys definitely do that. I've only seen you play the once at our gig,
Oh,
but
I
you
better
guys
fix that,
definitely
right?
create something there.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Shall we go on?
Yeah.
You got your mouth open. What?
No, I was going to say, so the new single, am I right in saying that's the first one that's going to be on Spotify?
That's our first.
So that's a
single.
big deal for you guys.
It's massive. But why would like the whole release thing is so important.
That's why we're like, please like it.
Why have you waited until now to put it up? So if you've been playing, all these
yeah.
big gigs,
Yeah.
I'm trying to try and word the question. Yeah. So why have you waited till now to get it up, and not before the gigs, so people could see it and go listen back? And how have you found getting the gigs, not the difficulty of getting the gigs because you know people, but I guess the difficulty of going, here's one demo for you to listen to.
Yeah, without having
Let
that
us
catalogue.
come play, yeah.
It's quite tough. Why are we releasing it now? I think I don't know. It feels like
Well, yeah.
people have been waiting for such a long time. Especially the people that are close to us that have known the song. Obviously, they've heard it on SoundCloud or whatever. But they've been waiting such a long time for it, and we've managed to come to something that we are collectively happy to put out, and don't want it to just be
Yeah.
the same as the demo. Something needs to be different, needs to be an improvement.
Yep.
So I suppose, and sort of answers your question. There's something still
Yeah.
to say about that.
It like a lot of it was because we were just getting used to like kind of managing doing the gigs, because the gigs was always the main focus. Like we just wanted to sound good so people would listen to us and then like follow us, and then trying to balance that with trying to do other things like recording. We found that hard at first, I think, but then also there was a thought that although we're playing these gigs which are sick, the audience that we have now is not hopefully going to be anywhere near the size of the people that we want to be listening to our songs. So we were willing to sort of like hold that back and make sure like we got everything right for then when we release the track, because I've said like we know it's not going to be it's not like it's gone through some massive development and now this is the final product. I mean, it is for now, but obviously, we don't have, multi-million-pound producers and whatnot. But yeah, like now it's like, I don't know, because we've seen like other releases and things where you just release things because you have them, because you could release them. It's almost like just doing it for the sake of it, and then they sort of don't go as far as what they could do. So you're right, we definitely have missed a little trick with not having a song out when we're doing Twickenham and I don't know Penfest and Balham. But like I felt like we've managed to maintain.
You will have when you're at
well
Balham.
enough. Yeah,
You will have a balance.
Well, a Balham, yeah. But Balham the first time.
I wonder how much it will actually affect us.
What?
Like having a song out. I'm really excited.
I'm very
It gives
excited to see
people
that.
something to go and listen to, though, doesn't it? Because at the moment, the only way to listen to you guys is live.
Yeah.
Apart from
Yeah.
your demo on SoundCloud and potentially going on YouTube to see other things that you guys have done,
Yeah.
including our stuff. But I'm not plugging it again.
No, absolutely.
But now it gives you like some people for your fans or new fans or anyone to go and listen to it. And also it's getting on playlists and all that sort of stuff, isn't it? Like that's obviously a big part of it. I didn't realise how sort of cutthroat that is.
It's violent.
Because
he's proper vicious.
Like for me, I know playlists that I sort of follow. Like I mean, there's New Music Friday that I get that I don't really listen to a lot of it these days because I get listen to the tracks that are submitted to us mainly, if I'm honest. But they're like playlists that I used to sign up to that I'd listen to, and it'll be all new music that come in. They're mainly hits, really, or like, do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Not like new music. I didn't realise there are people out there. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. But there are people out there with their established playlists that have got lots of followers, but they're just like normal people, like us or whatever, and they've generated a following because they play tracks of a certain, I don't know, level, and then they sort of then like bands like you guys will then pitch to them to go onto their playlist.
Yeah.
Is that sort of how it's working?
Effectively, yeah. When you initially upload the song, I think it's like 2 weeks beforehand, Spotify for artists ask you to pitch your song to the Spotify creators.
Oh, okay.
You could and you tick all the options, go for the bits, and then they ping it off to whatever the committee is. I don't know who these people are.
Yeah. Right.
And they effectively decide when on the day your song comes out, is it going to go on any of the New Music Friday list, the new rock indie, whatever it may be.
Okay.
And that's the trick. Get it on one of those playlists. You're effectively laughing.
Right.
You if not, you're crying. You can pay like not a promoter. I don't know what the word would be. Like a PR person, I guess, to go.
Is it like with those people that go, we'll give you 10,000 followers on Instagram if you pay X amount?
Oh my god, last night, fucking hell.
What?
I had that exact thing happen.
I get it all the time. It's
Not
ridiculous.
one of those. The more they go, thank you. You know, here's your track. You've paid us to pitch it to radio stations or whatnot.
Right.
We're just going to go round the process and go direct to these people and go, do this for us, please.
Right.
They don't promise results. I guess it's with anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, you pay people to pitch your song to
Oh,
the
right.
playlists.
Fair enough. Because when we had Paul Jones in from Pieces, he was talking about it a bit, and I wasn't sure how it exactly worked, but yeah, it sounds a bit.
It's a whirlpool that you can get sucked into so quickly and put the money in the wrong places as well.
I think that's the thing. I think if you guys, I mean,
Got the
where
caution.
there's five of you guys, isn't there?
Yeah.
And when there's four of you, obviously you've got a bit more. Someone hopefully within that group will go, "No, fucking like it's our money. Like let's like sit back and wait and like be careful about what we're doing." When it's me on my own, I haven't been quite sensible in the past.
No.
So it's, we'll put on a gig.
That's why
We'll
we
do
bring-
all that.
That'd be
We'll-
fine.
That's
that
why-
equipment's how much? Fuck it.
Yeah, it'd be alright.
Yeah.
Still
Yeah.
paying
Why
it
we
off.
bring your dad along. We can
Yeah,
point you in the
that
right
does help.
direction.
Yeah. I didn't listen. So yeah, no, it's one of those things you live and learn. Right,
Absolutely.
shall we do your dream gig?
Why not?
So on your dream gig, we go through like where you'd like to do it,
Yeah,
festival venue, who you want on it, what would be on your special request when you get into your dressing room, stuff like that. So we are going to start with your venue or festival. Where would you guys like to play your dream gig?
Well, it's a bit of a cop out. You probably get this every time. Pyramid stage,
Yeah.
Glastonbury.
We've had it a couple of times.
Yeah.
Obviously,
I second that completely.
Okay, you can't say that one. Pick another one.
Pick another one.
Pick another one. It can't be Reading either. I'll take that one out. That seems fair.
What did you say? Oh, you said download.
Did I?
Well, your group, your band did.
I feel like I went V Festival.
Really, yeah.
Or what?
Did you?
St.
V-Fest.
Highlands Park related.
You may have. Can't remember. Anyway.
Do you know what? One that might be up there is the Neighbourhood Weekender in Warrington. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
Yeah.
Because that was a very cool evening.
Right.
We went to it. We saw Tom Walker, the Wombats,
What a day.
Catfish in the Bottom headlined. Their last
Just a
gig.
That was their very last gig, yeah.
I mean, the Cassia were there. Were they? Sundara Karma. Were they?
Sundara Khan with Seagulls with
There was a band called the Pigeon Detectives there as well.
Pigeon Detectives? Fucking, I haven't heard about them in years.
I've got a wicked story about the Pigeon Detectives.
Go
We'll
on.
save it. Go ahead, Will.
So Neighbourhood Weekender would be up there. I'm trying to think of other ones. Can we say another stage at Glastonbury? No. It's just Glastonbury.
I think arenas.
Yeah, well, obviously O2 would be very cool. Manchester Arena would be insane.
I'd love to. Yeah, the crowds in Man U are crazy.
That would be, yes, that would be very, very cool.
Transmit
Transmit as well
for me.
Yeah,
I reckon Transmit in Glasgow.
A lot of people I've definitely idolised a lot of people on the Transmit stage.
So we're saying Transmit then, are we?
I reckon Transmit.
That's an original answer. So
Yeah, Transmit in Glasgow is crazy.
So on your dream gig, there's 3 artists. There's yourself, and there's 2 more you need to choose. There's also the headliners, the main support, and the opener. You obviously have to go somewhere on that bill. Who is it, and where are you going?
So do they have to be active?
They can be whenever
That's
you
not
want.
just-
So best example we've got is that when Lucetta's in, they chose Arctic Monkeys just before they released their first record. So they were still like Scruffy Teen.
It was very niche, wasn't it?
Yeah, very niche. I like them. I like
They
niche.
even wanted to get rid of one bass player and bring the old one back.
Oh, they did, didn't they?
They did, yeah. That's
The old Arctic Monkeys bass
Yeah,
player.
they
I know
wanted-
him.
they
I
wanted-
believe it's Andy Roberts.
No, he plays for Liverpool.
No. Search it up. I think
I'm
it is, because
joking.
I always do that. No, I know. I think it's Andy Roberts. It's Andy something. Andy
Oh, okay,
Nicholson
fair enough.
or something.
Trent Alexander.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Trent.
That's a good. I've got some ideas now.
Okay, so let's
Do share.
Let's get this.
This is a podcast, Will.
I've got some ideas. So that's enough.
Read
Yeah.
my mind. Yeah. No, right.
time.
The first one would be Radiohead. After they released OK Computer, before they started doing like Kid A and all the what is it? All the
Weird shit.
yeah.
He was trying to find a better term for it. You were like, weird
I
shit.
keep not wanting to swear. I need to get my act together. Radiohead when they released, because Pablo Honey, their first, then the Bends and OK Computer would all go in my top 10 albums of all time probably, or top 15 or whatever. And that is wow. That's like the pinnacle. Like OK Computer as well, production wise. And I don't know if you guys have ever listened. I assume you guys have listened to those all the way through. Yeah.
I'll say yes, but I
Yeah. Oh, that's all right.
I haven't either. To be honest, I can't ride home. Yeah.
They were insane. My dad always tells me how OK Computer took them from like their first 2 albums. Obviously, Creep is on the first album,
Right.
But he said even then, like they were sort of like they were more of like an afterthought of Britpop, which I find it impossible to believe. I don't know if that is true, but then they released OK Computer and everyone kind of stood up, and it was. Now they are what they are. But I'd take them just after they released OK Computer.
So where would that be on the bit? So you guys headlining, so are they going to be opening or main
Do
support?
you know what? I don't think we would be headlining because I'd want to
Headline. This is still Transmit.
headline
Yeah.
Transmit. Yeah, we could headline.
Yeah, we could.
So
One day.
Radiohead are going to be, main support or opening then.
You can't open with Radiohead. They're a bit.
Just don't think so. I don't know.
It's a big opener.
That's
Gets
a
your
match.
attention.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they could open with the Bends. Ever heard track the Bends?
Classic.
That is a good one. It's like yeah. Anyway, that doesn't help.
Oh, I know it now.
Oh yeah, that one.
I held back because I didn't want to embarrass myself, but I could actually do quite a good rendition.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Luca, you go because I'm thinking of like other ones as well. Other.
So say we're.
Oh, it would be the Monkeys, Arctic Monkeys, after they just released AM.
The Monkeys.
Yeah.
I'm a believer, yeah. all the big hits.
Arctic Monkeys after when they released AM, when they were in their Rockstar era.
Right.
Because I never got to see them, obviously, because I was 10. Well, that's not obvious, but them.
Yeah.
Those would be another one. So how many spots have we got?
Well, we've
band-wise?
only really got 3. So
Okay.
we were going to say headliner, main support, opener.
Okay, are we going to make this a joint thing? Because we take too long if this wasn't a joint thing. So yeah.
I've recently got myself back into Wombats. Obviously, we saw them. We saw them at Maybe weekend there.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm putting a lot of thought into this.
I reckon Wombats could even be headlining.
They put on a good show.
They put on an incredible
No,
show.
I saw them at Community Festival 2 weeks ago.
There you go. Right. What do you think of that?
They were good.
They're crazy,
At
right?
Warrington, they were insane.
I nearly broke my ribs in a mosh pit.
The crowd go for it.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
I was going for it. Yeah, I know that you find it hard to believe, but I was the one. I was making circles and then running in. I was. There. No, that's.
Look at the size of him.
Yeah, I think Wombats would be a good opener.
Crush him.
Yeah, that's what everyone was thinking, right?
Yeah,
You were Wombats opener. I would have said headline.
because no headline. I love the Wombats, but you've got 2013 Arctic Monkeys, Radiohead in their pomp.
Yeah.
That's a posh word.
Well, so then we're so Wombat's us.
Google pomp when we get there.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Yeah. No.
Is it like pimp, like posh pimp?
I don't know. Pomp's an apple.
Pomp. Pomp.
In there, pomp. I'm starting to get a stick
Italian.
now. It's Italian. It's definitely not. I can tell you that much.
Oh, I'm not doing anything for our image here.
One.
We should have Coldplay. We'll be in with them, won't we? Coldplay when they release their first album. No, right. So we got 3. I don't mind not having Radiohead there because I know they're a bit of a. But I mean, yeah. Of those first, I'd go Wombats opening because everyone's happy after the Wombats, and they'd get the crowd
Set for us.
I'd go. You can't take the headline from the Monkeys, but I think we might because obviously it's all.
Because it's your dream gig.
Oh, we haven't even thought about Catfish as well because I didn't want to be.
Well, I was thinking that would be too much of an obvious answer.
I'm thinking festival season's over.
Okay, right. I'm going to say it now because I think we're low on time, and if you disagree, Wombats opening, and then we'll drop Radiohead because we only can have 3 bands. No, you do it.
You're in pain, aren't you?
I'm my head's
I want
gone.
Radiohead over.
You got Wombats opening.
No, but I want Radiohead over Wombats now.
All right, well, you have 2. Yeah, they do.
Why don't you do Arctic Monkeys, Radiohead, then you guys?
That's a big.
Radiohead. Sorry.
Wait, so is it
Monkeys
3
above
including
Radiohead?
us?
I just thought because I wasn't sure if you wanted Radiohead to open or not.
No,
Yeah, because they can start with the
We're going on
bands.
to food stores next.
Okay.
no. If there's 3 of us, if there's 3 of them, 3 bands including us, it's Arctic
No
Monkeys
one's
and
ever
Catfish.
taken this long.
Fuck me.
I'm sorry, it's Arctic Monkeys and Catfish. I'm sorry. I've
Fine.
taken so long. And the Arctic Monkeys are going to go on
Oh no.
last. Monkeys are going to go on last.
I tried to do a drum roll and he went, bless him.
But I can do it again if you want.
No, go on.
Arctic Monkeys, we'd go on second. No, we'd headline. Arctic Monkeys would go on second. Catfish would open. Done.
My head's fucking sore.
Yeah, right. God. Next question,
go.
please. What would be your cover track?
Oh, what cover track?
A cover track that you guys would do? Yeah, go on.
Well, I don't know, but it's of one of the bands that are playing on this evening.
Yeah,
Probably Cocoon.
probably for me, Cocoon. Classic. There's a lot of sentiment. We played Cocoon at our first gig, and we played at our most recent gig, and it goes down well every time. It's a classic. It's very.
Our finishing. It's like finished a lot of our sets.
It finishes a lot of
cry
our
every
sets.
time.
Yeah, it's quite emotional.
That's not even
song.
a joke.
No, I agree with you.
Because it encapsulates everything we want to do with our lives.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
So yeah, I reckon Cocoon for me.
Nice. Who would be your special guest that you would bring out and do a duet with?
Oh,
Well, it'd be Van, wouldn't it? Like realistically, or Alex. Finn, drummer, would probably. What would he do? He likes Roger Taylor.
yeah.
He's a bit of a Queen fan.
He's a massive Queen fan. Oh, if we can bring Freddie back. If we could bring Freddie back,
Freddie Mercury.
he'd be
I'll
mine.
see what I can do.
Yeah, you see what you can do, yeah.
It'd be wonderful.
If we can bring you.
That down there.
Come on.
Yeah. Oh no, little machine you got of that down there. One,
Freddie's back in.
Fuck it,
One
I
of them
can't
does
even
it.
find it. I'll try to find that one again.
Oh.
I'm gonna
find
get
it.
a label
You'd
machine.
take Freddie over Van.
I need to
I'd
label
say
it.
Freddie.
yeah.
No.
Well, only because we're getting cop out sort of. I keep saying that, but for me, it's Freddie.
I love to do a duet with their first album, Van McCann, when he was like us. Yeah.
Okay, very nice. What would be your choice on your rider? So you can have a choice each this time, right? We're not going to have a fight. But if you've got get to your dressing room,
Yeah.
you've got a special request that you guys have requested in your dressing room waiting for you at your gig, what would it be? You can have one each.
Okay. Anything sent to the dressing room.
That's we said
God, I keep fucking learning myself in this. This is awesome. If I could have anything, shit. If I could have anything.
That sounded very ominous.
That's what
Right,
I
her
thought.
name is.
Oh,
Through the
Jesus.
tunnel. Sneak her in.
No, nobody will know.
Sneak her through the tunnel.
So I was thinking like, what? You won't want anyone knowing that.
Oh God, I wonder what you meant.
Something in the room.
Just say
I need to use this time to
Jack Daniels or something nice.
Oh God.
What would I?
I'll give you some examples, shall we?
Yeah,
So
go
we've had, I think it was Lucetta's essentially wanted a man cave, didn't they? They basically wanted like pool table and
full
like
works,
football
yeah.
on the telly or whatever. So they did that. We've had like blue M&Ms. I think someone said we've had people just say like Guinness or whatever. There's drink of choice, food of choice, whatever. So lots of different examples, really. So what are you? You can go anywhere you want with it.
Oh, I'd want the I'd want like the bands that we were playing with to be in there. How sick would that be?
You can't request that.
Oh, like a communal dressing room.
Yeah.
You can. Well, I
Or
suppose
like-
you could have
Or,
that.
yeah, or like a little. We'd be in our own little section, our own little kind of
Partition.
Yeah.
like section of trailers.
I'm just thinking like Eurovision, like we're all sat waiting for the results, that kind of area.
Just to sat there waiting.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that would be like the centre room, and we'd all have our dressing rooms to the side of it, and we get out there and just get to chill with like the Arctic Monkeys, Catfish, Wombats, chuck Radiohead in there as well. Yeah, that would be very, very.
So you want communal dressing rooms as your request, all right?
For me, I'd say like I don't know, like a games room. I chill. I find so much just time just chilling out in games. I don't know, because it calms me down, especially if we're about to play like.
You're going to be
massive,
moody anyway.
Massive
Yeah,
game. He's
So
going
you
to
won't speak to
he's
anyone
gonna
even
be
if they
moody.
are
I'm
in
gonna
there.
ruin them one moment with all my heroes.
I guess you'd just be pissed off.
Never meet your heroes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Because I used to be like big into like streaming and stuff.
I had a look on your
God.
link. No, nothing bad. I looked on your link tree earlier, and you've got like a Twitch feed on.
Yeah.
Is that
So I
because of
used
your
to,
gaming?
Exactly. I used to
Right.
stream quite a bit on Twitch,
Oh, okay.
We just made it the Ariston.
and I kind of turned into an Ariston one, thinking that I don't know at some point
Yeah,
be
yeah.
able to
Like Lando Norris
do
does a
other
lot of
things.
e-gaming.
Exactly.
doesn't he?
Yeah.
I
Charles
watched
Leclerc and that?
a lot of stuff back in the day, and actually, I loved my F1.
Yeah, I do.
I still love my F1. Yeah.
Oh, shout out for a podcast for you, Dirty Air. I've just
Yeah.
started listening to it. It's Alfie Brown and Josh something Weller, I think. And I think I know Alfie Brown is a comedian. I think
Yeah.
Josh is as well.
Oh, Josh
And-
Widdicombe.
No, not Josh Widdicombe, no.
No.
But they've just started. Well, I say just started. They've been doing a podcast on F1 for a little while. I found it the other day because
Okay.
I saw Alfie on another podcast. Yeah, it's worth a listen. It's like 45 minutes. They talk about the race weekend from the week just gone, sort of thing.
Sure.
Worth a watch.
I like that
Listen.
sort of thing.
Yeah. I'll watch that.
Dirty Air.
Dirty, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Little
Yeah.
pun.
What was on your rider? Did you say? Oh, games room.
Games room. Yeah.
Games room and
I
communal
think-
dressing rooms.
Sorry to anyone.
What be
To
on
wind
yours?
down, you know.
Never. I don't think we've ever asked you before.
What would be on mine?
Mm.
No one's asked me before. Thanks, Rob.
I know. Consider it.
I should have this prepped. I haven't.
comes
Rob said Jack Daniels.
Oh,
That's what I need.
JD. Yeah.
fair. No, you're
Well,
a lot
he's a simple
simpler than
person.
me.
Loosen up before.
I'm just happy. I'm happy to
okay.
be there.
Oh, someone said
Yeah.
massages afterwards. That'd be pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
That would be
Rub
pretty
down
cool.
after.
Now I'm
yeah.
afterwards. I'll be too hyped. I need it before.
Yeah,
To
maybe
cheer you up.
before.
Yeah.
To cheer him up.
Afterwards, I'll be like, right. I just want to go have the best party I've ever had. If I've just done my dream gig,
Yeah.
just headline Transmit. I'd want to go out into Glasgow and like live out all the songs made about up there. So yeah.
Fair enough. I think I'll go games room as well. What? So you made it moment is next. Well, obviously, you guys are starting out, but I think you already sort of maybe described your made it moment when you had people singing your lyrics back to you the first time. Would that be your made it moment so far, or
So
would it be
far,
Twickenham, or what would be, or going out to Italy and spending that week out there recording?
Yeah, I think having someone singing the song back, it's like the other gig we played the other day. They sang songs that we've not even discussed
Yeah.
releasing.
Yeah.
People
Oh, really?
apparently know the words to that. No.
Yeah.
How? I mean, without being stupid, how do they know them then? Is it just that they've been to so many of your
I think
gigs that
yeah,
they know
there
it?
must have just been so many of them
Oh,
gigs. So
cool.
I'd stop singing
But
in
they
Yellow
haven't-
Lines.
They haven't been to. Sorry, you go. Sorry.
When we were playing Yellow Lines, like, they know all the words inside out. I'd even stop singing, and there'd be enough people to
Oh,
fill
wow.
the space, which is kind of a very surreal experience.
I think, yeah, and they haven't been to our.
They haven't been to loads of them. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, they're our mates, but like we're not. Like some of them we're not as close to as others and things like that, and it's. I don't know.
That's quite a special feeling for me
Yeah.
to have someone
Yeah.
sing back words that I've
Like,
I don't know written
humbling.
down. It is really humbling.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the ones we've had out since we started gigging. Those are the ones that everyone sung, or like not all of them. Like "Closer Honey" is a song of ours, which we've got a little.
which we played.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
as well as Yellow Lines. Those two were the ones that everyone was singing, and Blackout.
Blackout,
yeah.
yeah.
That was more.
So how do they? But again, how do they know them apart from being from your gig? Because have you got them stored anywhere, or have you given like copies of them to your friends and stuff? No,
not these. No.
I think we just sing it like when we're just
around.
Yeah, I don't know. Because how would
I don't know how they would know. I mean, they can't. There's no other explanation. It must be from a gig.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if there was any more demos on SoundCloud that maybe they've seen or listened to or whatever.
It's just Yellow Lines.
That's cool.
Good, yeah, we should have them out. But yeah, I don't know. But that's really.
They're
cool.
coming though, aren't they? Like that's what you say.
They're on,
You've got Yellow Lines coming out on 26th for this month.
Yep.
And then you mentioned that you recorded Blackout when you're in Italy. So, were we allowed to say that? Oh,
Yeah,
we did. Yeah. But you haven't got a release date for that yet.
No.
So you're gearing up to get these all released and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's progress, isn't it?
We're, like anything that doesn't happen isn't for the want of effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As it is with everyone.
Yeah.
So yeah, we definitely like that's very important to us. So,
But
and I was going to say I'm excited to see when we've got all the tracks out what happens.
Yeah, that's going to be the main thing. How it goes down actually when it's out there.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Which is you can never really predict.
But
I think it's a
quite
difference,
scary,
especially in the set, from having a large bulk of your set on Spotify that people can listen to.
Yeah.
How they react. So when we, the first started gigging, we had, let's just say 5 songs, for example.
Yeah.
People would listen, they'd be polite and go, yeah, they're really good, but they wouldn't really know what's going on, other than like the odd word here and there.
Yeah.
Then you put those 5 tracks on Spotify, and people have listened to them, and you can definitely see they're maybe not sing along, but you can tell they know what's going on.
Yeah.
And then more clued up of where they're at. Or
Yeah,
they're at
yeah.
in the song. It does make a difference.
What would you say the song that you get a lot of feedback from? Is it Build on Tomorrow?
It is, yeah. I think that when we first started gigging, that was in like the very, 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 very first set, like years ago.
Yeah.
So people they know the song.
Right.
Even though just Kill Switch, shouting "Coming for You." That's a thing. So people
Sticks in their heads, right? So
people pick up on it.
Yeah.
Even if it's just watching the song live, I mean, you hear the chorus once. If it's a good chorus, chances are you know when it's coming around again. If I think you are, but you'd be surprised how much people do actually pick up on.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think that could be actually, now you said that, online. The video that we've got of Yellow Lines on our YouTube.
Yeah.
So that's possibly another way that they
Yeah.
pick it up, I suppose.
I think we've got more up our sleeve as well that'll be good online, because nowadays, like boy bands that like all the indie ones, like real indie ones, like go places online, like on Instagram and on TikTok. Oh my god!
Wow, can we slow that down and just send that to me, please?
I haven't got a button to mask that. Have I?
Don't mask it. Defo, don't mask that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right, let's move on. Right, we are going to move.
Like those indie boys.
I have been described as an indie soft boy. Anyway, carry on. Yeah.
Where is your after party after your dream gig in Glasgow?
St Andrews Golf Course.
That is the poshest answer I've ever had.
What me?
What a pub.
Was that right?
What did you say?
What pub?
Mic.
I think that's the one.
No, let me explain it.
That's class.
I was just trying to think of the one place like
In Scotland.
that I know. That's so bad. I'm sorry to any Scottish people.
Oh, yeah.
They're not close either.
That's brilliant.
That's
Ibrox would have been better. So, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Celtic
Ibrox.
Park.
There's another one. Yeah.
Or any, You don't have to go there. So basically, when we had the Great Leslie in, they were doing. Where were they doing? I think they were doing. I can't exactly remember. We have to go back and watch it. They said somewhere that they were doing their event.
We're going back to their mate's house.
They're going back to their mate's house.
their
I
mum's.
nicked that for something with what that I did a couple of weeks after. But the Great Leslie were doing a gig somewhere in London or that way. It might have been Glastonbury. It might have been down the road. I can't exactly remember. And then they ended. I know it was in London. And they ended up then wanting to do an after party at a dingy flat in Monaco.
Wow.
So you can move it around. So you can
You
end
can
up back
travel.
in Sicily.
Oh,
Okay, yeah. That's
travel.
Ooh.
Oh Christ! I shouldn't have given him.
No, you
definitely
definitely shouldn't have said that.
I've got a lot of places.
Yeah. First answer, yeah.
You're on it. We have to take your first answer.
That'd be nice, St Andrews. Bit of a marquee.
Yeah, marquee, cold, rainy,
You've got a lot of room to do things, don't you?
Yeah.
especially golf. Yeah.
Yeah. Have a little night round.
Christ.
I don't know.
Bit of a night round.
So I'm trying to
know what I'd
run
say.
with this now. I'm not doing very well.
Right. Okay. We'll say St Andrews. Why not?
St Andrew, why not? Yeah.
Right. One last thing for you. Okay. So we have got this. We've got like Snog, Marry, Avoid. It's
Yeah.
similar-ish to that.
yeah.
Okay.
But it's gig, tour, right. It used to be gig, tour, or like avoid, or put them in the bin, or whatever. But then Lizzie said I shouldn't do that, so we changed it. So now it's gig, tour, right. So we want 3. I'll go to you for the 3 bands for them. 3 bands. They've got to choose from them. You can gig with them for one night.
Okay.
You can go on a world year-long tour with them, or you can write with them.
Oh, okay.
So the 3 artists are.
I'm gonna throw a curveball. Say Seagulls.
Okay.
We'll say Bon Jovi.
Ooh.
Bon Jovi.
Yeah, I'm just plucking them out there.
I would have gone for something that they've half mentioned.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to avoid that because otherwise
Yeah.
we'll be
You
for
can go
years.
like
We've seen how that goes.
He won't stop. He won't stop.
So you have Seagulls, Bon Jovi, or Blue.
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 I'm sorry, lads. But yeah, go on.
There you go.
I gave him some creative freedom and he fucked it up.
Okay.
The rain's gone back on. What were the options? Stung Mary Avoid ones? So
Bon Jovi, Blue, and I can't remember who you said first.
Seagulls.
So,
Oh, right,
Seagulls.
so and the category is.
So it's gig, tour, or right
I think I'd tour with the Seagulls.
for a year.
Yeah. Well, they're quite big, aren't they?
right with Bon Jovi and gig with Blue.
I'd
think-
want to do one gig with Blue. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best.
Because that would be beneficial for us, and going with Seagulls.
Yeah.
That would be
Similar sort of ish sort of vibe.
Yeah.
I think gig with Blue would be quite fun.
It would be.
Exactly.
I think you could book Blue.
I reckon we get one here.
Yeah.
They can't be signed anymore, can they? They got to be unsigned at the moment.
Right. The whole thing with the Unsigned podcast is that we're unsigned. It's the whole unsigned concept. If signed artists want to come on and give unsigned advice to people, they're more than welcome.
That's the next step. We find artists that have made it, crashed, and are now unsigned.
Don't promote it like that.
They've crashed.
What's Chesney
They've
Hawkes
got
doing?
fired.
It's got to be free.
Just get bands on that have been
Can't be
fired.
signed
Oh my
anymore.
God.
Oh, right. There we go.
Crikey.
Who invited him? Right. Well, could you please tell everyone where they can find you on Instagram, the socials, etc., please? To the cameras.
Yes. Look down this lens.
I'll have to look down this.
Okay, I'll go first. You go after. You can follow us on Instagram at the Ariston Band.
Yep.
Twitter at the Ariston.
Band.
At the Ariston Bands. Twitter
TikTok.
at the Ariston.
Yes, at the Ariston. And then
Facebook.
YouTube. Oh, Facebook.
YouTube's the Ariston.
Yes. I think that's everything.
Facebook.
Facebook is also the
The
Ariston.
Ariston.
Do you find it easier? Because what are you? Admissions UK on everything.
Admissions UK.
Is it on everything or is
Maybe
it
it's Admissions Band on Twitter, maybe.
on Twitter?
Admissions UK was taken on
On Twitter.
What did I say? Twitter?
Twitter, you pomp.
They're rubbing off on me.
God.
That's what it is.
Don't say that.
That's what he's saying. New single coming out 26th of August, Yellow Lines. You can get it, I imagine, on. Can they pre-save it? Is that an option?
It will be an option.
It will be an option.
It will be an option. But yeah,
Coming
we'll let you
soon.
know. Definitely.
Next
Yeah. All the
couple
business
days.
will be happening with it.
Yeah.
So,
Keep an eye on the socials.
yeah.
Robert, where can people find you and Admissions, please?
Spotify, search Admissions, Noise Complaints Before 9. Still out, still doing, well, I'm going to say well. But
He's doing well.
That's bias. Go listen, go stream, do whatever you want. As long as you listen, I don't care. do whatever you do, want to do while you're listening to it.
Like what?
I can't. No, I won't. I'm just going to do this. That's what it is.
Okay, he's gone for the night. You can go and if you're a band or artist, you want to upload music to my Unsigned show, you can do that via the website unsignedmusic.uk. If you want to upload music to our new radio station, futurehits.co.uk. We've also got an event coming, as we've announced, on the 29th of September in Chelmsford. If you guys want to be a part of that and register, futurehits.co.uk/register. I think that pretty much wraps it up. Ariston, thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you very much for having us.
so
Cheers.
So
Thank
much
you.
for coming in, Luca and Will, and yeah, cheers.
Yeah.
Taking
cheers.
it down a level.
Yes. Or Rob and Ollie on Instagram. as
Oh
well.
yeah, Rob and Ollie on Instagram, and go and give Future Hits a follow on the socials as well. Until next time. Well, we're just gonna sign off now.
We're
Yeah,
just going to keep going and see where we end up.
yeah. You're back next week.
I am. Yeah, it's going to be mental next week. That's a promise.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think you know what you've let yourself in for.
that's a recommendation. That's a review, isn't it? We haven't even done it yet.
No. Yeah.
Right, we'll see you next week. Anyway, thank you for watching.
Cheers.
Subscribe and all that. Cheers. Bye.
Thanks a lot.
The Unsigned Podcast.